This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Citizens are advised to take the following steps. Stay alert to news media events or local emergency alert notifications. Avoid contact with the infected. If evacuation is impossible, move indoors and initiate in-place sheltering. Use a gas mask, or if none are available, cover your mouth and nose with a clean cloth that has been soaked with a solution of 1 cup water and 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Also, cover bare skin and make sure that cuts and abrasions are covered. If exposed, remove clothes and seal in a plastic bag. Immediately wash off using copious amounts of warm, soapy water or a diluted 10-to-1 bleach solution. Since biological agents are being used to combat the outbreak, be sure to shut the windows and air intake vents to your shelter. If possible, stay upwind from the source of biological agents. Seek medical attention as quickly as possible after coming into contact with the infected or a biological agent. If evacuated, do not return home until local authorities say it is safe. Upon arriving home, open up all the windows and doors to provide natural ventilation. Do not attempt to try mechanical ventilation, such as electric fans, as an explosive threat may be present. Find out from local authorities how to clean up your land and property. Discard food and water supplies that were impacted by the hazardous material contamination. This is the emergency broadcast system.
Hey guys, can you hear me? So,
Yeah, but we gotta be on mute.
gotcha.
Is anyone out there? We're survivors held up in a warehouse. The zombies have overrun the city. Supplies are running short. Is anyone out there? Please, we need help. We're almost out of food. The zombies have been beating on the doors day and night for weeks now. I'm not sure how long we can keep them out. Hello? We need help.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy. You can say I'm weak. You think that using her would get to me. And if you're right, then you're in trouble, D. 'Cause I won't break, no, I know I won't wait. You're in trouble, D. But when it comes to her, you better keep it sealed. Don't you dare say a single word, or I will strike you where it feels. You think that using her will get to me, and if you're right then you're in trouble, D. 'Cause I won't break, no I know I won't wait. You're in trouble, D.
While there is still no word on a cure for the virus, government officials report the virus is not airborne, but can be transferred through contact with blood and other bodily fluids. The virus seems to be making people uncontrollably violent, and also somehow seems to be reanimating the dead. When asked, a White House spokesman declined to comment on whether or not this was a terrorist attack. Due to the violent nature of the ones infected, the virus is spreading rapidly. Government officials are reporting that there is no known cure for the virus and is urging citizens to stay in their homes and avoid contact. Citizens are also urged to lock and barricade all doors, windows, and any other point of entry. Riots nationwide are prompting local governments to declare martial law. The president is asking that citizens find safety and remain calm. Authorities are working on a plan to contain the outbreak.
I can't get it, diamonds so tough, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. But I can love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'll give you all of what I've got, the fancy finds, baby, I have not. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die. Golden trinkets, mobile phone, expensive shoes, you can get your own. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Slayer Wolf and Nifty Original are warriors that were forged in the fires of the riots caused by the zombie virus outbreak, a virus that claimed and decimated the human population. However, a resistance has begun led by Slayer Wolf, Nifty Original, and thousands of other survivors. Now they fight against all odds for the survival of the human race, with the zombie hordes attacking on all sides. The only way to provide available intel is by a Zombie Network News. Tune in for the latest news from the front of the resistance efforts. Zombie Network News is presented by FlyingPhoenixPCs.com. Get an affordable custom PC using coupon code ZNNUB On behalf of ZNN and reporting from separate, undisclosed locations, here are your hosts, Nifty Original and Slayer Wolf.
Good morning, guys. I guess we are a little bit ahead. Why do I have no... Well, I know you guys can hear me. Okay. There we go. Now we got cameras. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome to Zombie Network News. It is Black Friday, right? Today's the day after Thanksgiving, so we do have shopping going. We have a Twitter space just about to start, but we have time before it starts to say good morning to each of you guys. So how you guys doing this morning?
Doing great, buddy. How you doing?
Good. I didn't realize I was on mute, but they heard me. You guys didn't. So we're good on that side. At least they heard me.
I was wondering because I couldn't hear you from the Discord side.
So I had this side on mute also. So yes. Good morning, guys. How was you guys' Thanksgiving during the couple seconds that we probably have? Oh, nope. It's time to go. So we will join you guys after the space. See you guys in probably an hour.
Out in the space that you could meet real people. I got like over 113 real contacts in my phone that I got to actually shake those people's hands and look them in the eye and have a conversation. And this was only a matter of like 6 hours. We had the event from 12 to 5, but when we got there, they told us that we could have it 2 more hours where it was such a good event. They already asked us to come back and do something again like that, and us have a little bit more time to market it and stuff. We did all this with about 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks worth of marketing and flyers and banners and spaces and things like that. So maybe next time, if we could do it with about 2 months or maybe 3 months leadway, maybe we could really bring maybe 1,000 people out or something just for the event, just for that. But that would be really, really cool. And we had a lot of fun and just going to continue to do more of them as we can.
That sounds amazing. I'm getting super FOMO vibes. And in the space that we were sharing, it was crazy. I could hear like partying in the backdrop. There was a lot of people talking about it. And this just shows how, gaming really is that uh, very effective way for mass market adoption, in my opinion. I think gaming is the catalyst of introducing the best parts of NFTs to the people or to the masses that don't really know what NFTs can do for them, right? A lot of people think that, oh, this is just another event to pump a game or to pump a token, but they don't understand that the onboarding process and introducing NFTs to a person that knows nothing about it except for Bitcoin or the bad news, right? Because we all know bad news kind of like spreads faster like wildfire, and then the good news is always just the silent parts, and nobody really talks about it. This is why I say it a lot, and you guys see me retweeting a lot of the good things in NFT, whether it's us doing some feeding drives, whether it's us doing some school supplies, or whether it's someone who made a sale, or someone who just got over some depression and finally dropped a new piece of art in their NFT collections. I mean, people don't understand how NFT can break down those social barriers that in traditional Web 2 world, is a very, very prominent. It's really hard to break down those social barriers. It's hard to have that kind of connection to the human being within, right? And I know you said that there was like over 3,000 people that came in your event that knew nothing about Undead, or at least knew a little bit about it, know about Bitcoin or FTX. But that's crazy. How does that make you feel? And when it comes to like introducing the our world to them, is it something that you feel like is a responsibility? I know that people think that this is just something that we do for work, but it kind of feels like something we do for a lifestyle already. Because I see that even on off hours, I'm onboarding people. And by onboarding, I mean just introducing, the culture of NFT, and the culture of flipping and earning from it, and hodling and staking. these are all things that I feel like I have a certain responsibility when I talk to people about games. How do you feel about that, Kyle? Because you have been in front of thousands of people at this point and have been through so many spaces. I know we have shared a, a couple already together and have that experience, but it'll be interesting to know your thoughts.
Yeah, just the biggest thing is it is a responsibility, but at the same time, let them go about it the way that they want to. Every person's different. Every individual's different. They learn different. The conversation's different. Uh, Biggest thing when I was going in and out of the venue and just talking to people that really didn't know enough about blockchain technology. They might have knew about Bitcoin, things like that, but was just that there's so many other avenues being built here. And it's pretty much every avenue that you enjoy in regular life, whether it's music, movies, gaming, any form of entertainment. You're going to have tickets for events, all kinds of things that's coming onto the blockchain that isn't already, real estate. I mean, every aspect of life is either already here or being built here. A lot of these people don't know that. Yes, I'm very involved in gaming, but I also at the other, I guess, word, I'm involved in the whole entire space. So I just want people to come in and find their avenue. So I think that gaming is going to be one of the largest, if not the largest. I think music will be right there with it. It might be bigger, it might be second. Hell, they might be tied. Personally, it doesn't matter to me. I just know that they're both going to be out there huge. I think that movies and entertainment will be right there, maybe with it, maybe just a hair bit behind as well. And I want people to understand that those avenues are being built. There's places that you can come in and already dabble in. You can already, of course, none of this is financial advice. You can invest in, you can become part of the community, sometimes for free. Sometimes you can come in and find a job. There's lots of people that's laying off, unfortunately. I was telling people that also. There was a few engineers, things like that, software people, people that might be coming in that's losing from one of these big tech places. We've all been seeing that people are announcing layoffs. So I really blew a lot of people's minds because I just wasn't worried about pushing them to my game, or our game, excuse me, here at Wagyu Games. And it's something that I try to tell most people. Yes, people will find your product, the ones that want to play it, the ones that want to use it, things like that. If you're really building, you have something in the space, but we just need to get them in here. They'll find their own avenues. Trust me, it might take them a couple years. They might be slow about it, they might be fast about it, but we just have to get them in here some way, somehow. Same way as we're building out these tiers that we're going to do in Web3 gaming as we bring on more games and more sponsors to get more avenues. Not everybody likes shooting zombies. That was something I even heard there. They were like, "Do you got any other games that we could play? I really don't like just shooting zombies." And I was like, well, I mean, there's arcades and stuff, but no, right now there's nothing right now that's playable. But I did talk to them right now that they could play online other games, such as our partners, Phantom Galaxy, Red Village, My Pet Hooligan, Altera, which you can't play yet, but they're going to be doing something in time. Kim World, there's all kinds of partners, Mech.com, there's all kinds of people out here that's building amazing things, just like I was talking to them. That's all different genres of games. So they were really excited about that because it was mostly the women that weren't so much as the first-person shooters as the men, because I was kind of walking around taking a little bit of a survey, I guess you could call it. But still, it lets me know that they're very interested to find something in here that they'll like, that they'll come in and they'll be active with. So it's kind of a responsibility, but at the same time, I let them make their own choice. I let them let their mind ponder, because I just let them know that everything here's being built. And it's going to be accessed on your phone, on your laptop, every single thing that you use, your children's Oculus in time. There's like every single thing, all that technology is going to be implemented. So that's the biggest thing that I was trying to push. And I think that I'm even going to continue to push. I go to Miami and stuff here coming up next week and be in South Florida and be out there at the blockchain conferences and with everybody in Art Basel and everything there. It's just the people that don't know that I run into maybe getting something to eat, waiters, things like that. It's just a little no. There's so many avenues. Hell, I don't even know them all. I'm behind where I work on my own and try to get information from friends and other groups just to see what's being built while I'm building myself. So it's just amazing what's happening in the space, and I try to spread that message.
And that's what I'm here for. You know, I want to amplify the people that I believe in. And I have seen and observed you, Kyle, grow with Undead Blogs. The community is like times 100 at this point, and even more in the future. I could see so much more impact from the game, and so much in my mind right now because we have so much listeners. I said so much because we have so much to give away today, guys. It's Black Friday, and it's, just like for my Western friends, I want to say happy Gobble Gobble Day. I'm not sure what, I think Thanksgiving here in the Philippines is like, I don't know if you guys have heard it, like Noche Buena. It's when we kind of like get together in the table before Christmas and we feast on ham, which is kind of like our turkey, kind of like that. Our ham is the turkey. But yeah, happy Gobble Gobble Day for everybody here. I'm going to start the room for the new listeners. That was Kylie, got a glimpse of what he's building with Undead Blocks. This space is about that because we're going to do a merch giveaway. And of course, we're surrounded by legends. So, GM, to all listeners from live to recording, as well as our friends just popping in, I hope you're all having a great present moment. Happy Thanksgiving, Black Friday. It's 4 p.m. UTC, 12 in midnight here in Hong Kong time. And it's me, TQ, founder of TQ Aid, pioneered Play to Give, Phoenix Emblem Alliance, Axitech community head, and your favorite NFT gaming hostess with the mostest, speaking my ultimate truth and bringing you the best topics on NFT gaming. And we're here chilling with legends like Kyle from Undead Blocks, Noah Patterson, Meg.com, Anthony Mr. Dip from Homie Wars, and CoinRaiser, Croissant, of course, the Queen, and CryptoSign from Sleepy Girls, Mr. Console from Astromus. Great to have you here, and I missed you guys. I feel like it's been forever, but I know it's just been a week because we do this every week, guys. So make sure to follow our amazing speakers and make sure to RT the space. Raise your hand for any questions. Be active because tonight your stars might align as we're going to be giving away merch from Undead Blocks. Oh my god, a t-shirt, guys. I don't know how rare it is for you to have like a Web3 shirt, but it's super treasure, like priceless for me to have something come out of the metaverse and be tangible in my hands. I don't know. I had like the privilege of having a few merch from my friends in the metaverse, and I don't know what I'd do if I get. I'm saving up for my Undead Blocks tie-dye shirt, by the way, Kyle. I saw this store and there was so much freaking different varieties for the shops. Make sure to
I'll
check them.
get you a tie-dye shirt.
Let's
I'll
go.
get you an official tie-dye shirt. We'll get you a women's tie-dye shirt. Just get me what size you wear. It'll
I
take some
want
time to get to
oversized.
you.
I want oversized, of
Shit,
course.
there you go. I want a tie-dye shirt too while you're at it, Kyle.
Yeah. I know you was going to chime in for that one.
I want a hat. Do you have hats?
Let's go.
Yes,
Oh
we do
shit, we're
have
talking
hats.
about merch. I mean, I want some socks too. What else are you
All
gonna
right.
make over there,
You
Kyle?
want the blocks
Yes.
We got all
together?
kinds of fucking shit. Like, go to the Survivor merch. Oh, fuck, I got to pin it. Like, we have all kinds of
We got
shit now. We
beanies.
have hats. We have we have beanies. We got mouse pads. Like, we got glasses.
That wasn't in the shop, Kyle. This is
When's the Gucci or the Dior collab? I want some nice glasses that say Undead
Yo,
Blocks
hook
on
that
it.
shit up.
When's the
I know you.
pajamas? Sleepy Girls. Sleepy Girls
Yes,
Undead Blocks.
I was thinking about doing like a heat, like a heat gear and a cold gear. We're going to be doing all kinds of things in our merch store. Look out for some exclusive things also around the holidays coming up. That might be pretty cool that you will only be able to get one time during that holiday times. So exclusive merch will be coming out. And also these live events, I'll be bringing exclusive merch. Those will be very exclusive and very, very cool, just like the ones that we brought to Nashville to kick that off, which Mr. Mech.com over there got one of those.
I'm so
Yep,
hyped.
wearing it right now.
Let's go. And this is a great opportunity for our listeners today because you might have a chance to win whatever size you want. T-shirt from Under Blocks. So make sure to press that little button on the lower right corner of your screen and retweet this space. Raise your hand for any questions because you might be the one that Kai will pick. Or we might do a retweet pick, Twitter picker. It all depends on the mood today. So thank you for all the hearts. This space is brought to you by Tribally Games, connecting gamers, investors, and game developers in driving mass market adoption of NFT gaming. Let's go. So we're gonna do a deep dive on the blocks, what they've been busy doing. How was Nashville? We heard a little bit about it. What can we expect from Under Blocks on the next event? What have they learned during the process of this tour that they're doing all around America? And are they gonna do an Asian tour? See, these are all the questions that we have for today. But before we go for the deep dive, I want to give our amazing speakers a chance to introduce themselves real quick and maybe share what they're working on right now for all the listeners here because we want to share all these projects and kind of like, be a source of wisdom and knowledge. Of course, everybody do your own diligence and do your own research, of course, but we're not going to be amplifying just anything here. We're talking to friends that we always talk to. We've been talking to for months, and there's a lot of meetings behind these spaces. So I'm gonna start with Mr. Console. I heard that Astromus is doing great right now. I had someone DM me about your spatial saying it's amazing, and we do need to share that spatial soon. Mr. Console, how are you doing? And how's Astromus? What are you guys building, and what can we expect from you in the future?
Hello, how you doing, TQ? I wasn't planning to be on Spaces today, but I couldn't resist this. I'm just chilling, took the day off a little bit for my mental health. We also need to talk a little bit more about that. I'm happy to hear that there's much circulating. That's another level of branding. Congratulations to you guys, Undead Blocks. And happy to see familiar PFPs, familiar faces. Everybody in the room somewhat feels like family at this point. Glad that you are hosting, and through Tribally Games, you are connecting us together. I'm really just chilling. I'm here with my little girl, just playing games on our phones. It's really interesting, and I've been observing this dynamic. These kids are addicted to phones, right? Like, I go to certain events with other parents, in quotes, and their kids throw tantrums when they take their phone away. I usually exchange eye contact with my little girl, telling her, I dare you to try, because she would never scream and yell and start rolling on the floor because the phone's taken. But I guess, just tying that statement with what Kyle had mentioned earlier, that it's inevitable we are gonna have people join us in one way, shape, or form. Thanks, TQ. Astromust is pushing well and strong. The guys are pushing hard. I've been pushing hard, but today I just felt I'm gonna rest, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Nothing wrong at all. Please kick back and relax, make yourself comfortable, and I hope you have a great drink right there, some snacks, because we're just gonna have a good time, chill. And this is really one of the reasons why I have these spaces. It's not to just talk about games, but really it's to talk to gamers like me. Kind of like have our own little space where it's safe to share and collaborate, partner up with people, see what you guys are doing, tell you what I'm doing, and just sharing that safe space. So yeah, hope you're comfortable, Mr. Console. Enjoy your relaxation moment. Is amazing that he brought that up, guys. Make sure to take care of your mental health. Take a day off, and rest. People say, hustle, hustle, hustle. Culture is the culture. There will be no culture without you resting. And and this is very important, if not more important than productivity, is resting and taking care of ourselves. So make sure you have that me time, okay? Guys, make sure to follow Mr. Console. And for all the speakers here, you can pin tweet anything you want on the top. I want to say hi to Jinkirin. Welcome. Nature Provider, thanks for joining us. T Blocks W, yes, I see your DMs and I see your game, and I'm gonna be replying soon. So let's talk about that game, right? Let's see if I can play it and release some video about it. We support each other here. Hi to Helium, Cult Crypto.eth, Delirium. How you doing tonight? Hope you guys are having a great time. Takero, Light Cloud, I see that. Amazing PFP. You are a veteran, my guy, and maybe come up stage, share some tips. Shamgar, Dang Chung, Playboy G, Daniel Daniel Bender, Mercy Mako, and Diamond Hands. Thanks for joining us and thanks for listening. It's an honor to be here with you guys. I want to welcome Crypto Sign from Sleepy Girls all the way from Las Vegas. Happy Thanksgiving. How are you doing tonight, Crypto Sign? And what's Sleepy Girls doing for Thanksgiving? What are you guys doing? Are you working on something? I know we're gonna have a meeting next
Well,
week, so I'm kind
all
of
right,
like,
sorry to butt in TQ. I mean, I love to talk about Thanksgiving. Yesterday, me and Kyle actually hit a Spaces while we were both on the way to our second Thanksgiving dinner. So, you know, me right now, I'm still so full. I feel like I'm about to explode. I don't even know how I got out of bed this
what's
morning.
your favorite? What's your favorite from the spread, guys? Like, I want to know. See,
Me?
I'm from the Philippines, so I don't.
Oh man, over here, like it depends on whose house I went to. When I go to my friends from the hood, that's when you want the sides. That's when you want like mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and cornbread and like all of that good stuff. When I go with my family, you know, like they're not as big of a chef, but I don't say it. I wait to talk shit till I get on Twitter Spaces. But you know, like that's when I'll eat the turkey and all of the healthy stuff. But when I want the fattening food that tastes good, that you know, I got to go to my friend's house for that. But I wanted to tell you guys I have a Spaces that I got to get to at 11:30. I just wanted to come by, support everybody, say what's up to. Oh man, this is gonna be a mouthful. Holy shit! Give me a second. TQ Noah, Kyle Anthony, Croissant, Mr. Console, Undead, Blocks, Jinkir. Holy shit, Shemgar too. Damn, I know like half of the Spaces right now. Thanks for having me, guys. And this is the best way I could think of to start my day.
Thanks for joining
Appreciate
us.
you.
It's always an honor to have you. Hey, come back after your space. You know we're gonna be here. If not, we still have another one tomorrow with Mr. Dip. So thanks for coming, Mac, and have fun with your Thanksgiving. Dang, I want to mash potatoes now. I want to know what a good cornbread tastes like because I don't know.
Come to the South.
Right, yeah, come to the South or go to the hood. That's when you get that
well,
good food.
go to both. Go to the South Hood.
Hey, I'm almost there, guys. I told you less than a year, and I'm gonna be in the West. And you guys gotta meet me in Vegas because that's where I'll be for a little
Okay,
bit.
Vegas. I love Vegas.
Hell yeah, let's
I get
go.
Bellagio comp. Yeah,
Hey,
me and Kyle will both meet you over there.
yeah, you
I'll
know,
be there. Let me know. I've never been to Vegas. We'll kick it off the right fucking way.
Ooh, I'm so excited. You hear
Yep,
that?
I just
You hear
heard
that?
Anthony say he's coming too. Through being muted, I heard him say he's gonna be there
Yep.
with Croissant.
I did too. He said he'll be there. He'll beat us there, and Flu's going to be there, and we're going to watch him wrestle.
Oh, God.
I would love to wrestle Flu. I was actually a quick
Ooh, oh, man.
day.
Where is Flu?
Where is Flu? We all just got over Flu. I think we just got over the flu. Vegas sounds extraordinarily fun. Last time I went to Vegas, I'm pretty sure I got kicked out of Vegas. I don't know if I'll be allowed back in. First of all,
How do you wait? How do you hold up? How do you get kicked out of Vegas? Isn't that like the city of anything that can happen? Anything?
Well, there was once a Mr. Dip that is not the same Mr. Dip of today.
What
did
you just told it, Mr. Dip?
All right.
I live a previous
I feel
life.
you. Me and Kyle got some of those same stories. It'll be fun when we all link up in Vegas.
I haven't told anybody in my Web3 journey this story yet, but you know, it's a Friday morning. I'm feeling good, so maybe I'll drop some some anti-alpha. So my first day in Vegas, I get off the plane, and we head down to the MGM. I had booked the MGM for a couple of weeks. And I guess the MGM owns the entire strip, and their computers are down. So there's a massive line out the door. I'm already drunk at this point, getting off the plane, and heading over there in the cab. And there's like a lineup out the door, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I just walk, excuse my language, I just walk up right to the front of the line. I go to cut in front, and someone's like, oh, no, their computers are down. We've been waiting in line for like 6 hours. And I just threw my luggage and said, nope. I walked out to the strip, and I go hop in a cab to go to another hotel. And the cab driver's like, no, they own the whole strip. All these hotels' computers are down. Our computers are down, sorry. I was like, so what am I going to do? He's like, let's just go to the old strip. I'll take you to the Gold Nugget. I'll take you down to Fremont. And I was like, okay, let's go. And I go check in there. And then I get my luggage into the room, get all settled in, and make my way out. And then I don't know what happened to this point, but, I kind of come to about 45 minutes later, and I'm way out of the core area there, the strip. I'm off in the hood. I'm in the hood. I'm like sitting on the side of the road with this young guy who just got out of jail or something. I'm like, what is going on? I call a cab. Cab comes to pick me up. The cab driver didn't want to come into the neighborhood I was in. He said, we don't go in that neighborhood. And I was like, well, what do you want me to do? He wanted me to walk out to a freeway, and I had to meet him at a freeway to get back to the strip. And that's the condensed, family-friendly version. But it was quite the night.
It's where you find the best things for the night.
Crazy days, my friend. Crazy days.
I hope they don't recognize you, Mr. Dip, because I'm gonna be. I hope, like, in a year, like, before, guys, it's gonna happen. I don't know, but the stars are aligning to where I will be living, I think, for a while in the States. It'll be interesting because I've never been, and I'm so excited to meet everyone. I know I'm gonna meet Michael from Altera, that's for sure. If I'm not gonna be one of his elves in this live action. I want to say hi to Crisanto, girl. How you doing today? And then I'm gonna get back into my guy Crypto from Vegas. How you?
Yeah, I know. I made a boo-boo before you guys start yelling at me. I didn't mean to do that. Heading right back. Gotta get the address again.
Back and working. I work on Homie Wars. I work on Altera. A lot of great projects in the space. I know this is a gaming space, so I'm only going to talk about my gaming stuff. But yeah, just building, right?
Right, and we're super happy that you're here with us, sharing the space. Croissant, guys, make sure to follow her. She's working with Alter, of course, one of our faves, and Homie Wars, which I'm super excited about. See, there's so much thoughts in my head that I kind of like stutter. It's this weird TQ thing, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, I have a gift from Mr. Dip, and it's a super cute homie cat that I'm gonna post soon. But I'm super excited to use it. I know it's not gonna pop up when I play the game, though, right, Mr. Dip? Not yet, but maybe you can explain more about that.
Actually, yeah, we do have the NFT integration. It's completely done. The build just has to be published on the website. So right now, the developers are just doing some QA. But that's essentially ready to go. I just launched or sent them a message in our group chat asking when they want to actually publish that. QA process takes a bit of time, and they're a little short on people. So maybe we can all work together in that Twitter space tomorrow and help them out with some QA in the game and bounce around and see what we can do. But yeah, it's ready to go. It shouldn't take too long at all. And then the earning mechanics are actually being built out, and they shouldn't be too long either. We're just establishing the timeline so we can make an announcement to the community.
That's interesting. I got to play it actually a little bit. I don't know if you guys tried that already. Noah, Kyle, CryptoSign. Have you guys tried Homie Wars before? I tried it and it was super fun, Mr. Dip. It really felt like Fall Guys, and there was even the disco part, so I got pretty cute content. I went on the stage and saw the different moves. One thing's super awesome though is, when you have like NPCs from a game, and then they're usually doing an action, whether they're dancing or moving around, right? And it's usually just a copy paste of the action to the other NPCs. So if you like you're in the disco area or like you're in the dance area, it's usually the same dance move by all the NPCs. But the cute thing about Homie Wars that I've noticed, Mr. Dip, I don't know if you did, is that every single homie in the disco part have their own dance moves, like unique dance moves. Like nothing was copy pasted, at least nothing that I saw. And I thought that was pretty cute. You know, that's that. It's the little details for me when I play games.
Yeah, that's one thing. Our developers have been very, very keen to paying attention to detail. They recognize all the finer details. That's one thing I do admire about them. And what you've seen so far is just the early alpha. There's a lot of expansion coming, I have to say. I don't want to spend too much time on the topic today because I know we have Undead Blocks here and we have our time tomorrow. But yeah, there is a lot coming.
And I'm super excited and so happy that you're here with us joining. It's an honor to share space with some of the biggest community pillars in our space right now. And speaking of, I want to welcome Mr. Noah Patterson or Boomer Boy, which I've had the privilege of sharing a couple of spaces with. He's a really um, knowledgeable person when it comes to the gaming and the metaverse, and excited to know what his thoughts are about Undead Blocks. And have you played Undead Blocks, Noah? Have you like finished the solo missions or joined the tournament before? And how you doing? Thanks for joining. I know you're busy, guys, so thanks for making time. And happy Gobble Gobble Day. Said everything I could. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, sorry, my mic went on mic. Yeah, is this working? My mic went on mic for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I've been sick, sadly, the last couple of days, so my gobble gobble day, I didn't eat a lot because I was kind of like, in bed. No, I love Undead Blocks. I like Lack a lot, actually. I talk about his game and the community in other spaces because I just really like what they're doing. And they actually have something that they're building on, and it's not just something that they're being complacent on. They built a pretty, solid community, but they're continuously building. They're not trying to be complacent as most places right now, and most NFT projects and games are kind of just waiting for that next bull run or that next time if they've already kind of minted out. But as Undead Blocks, I see them keep growing and making more even in this time. So that's why I'm really bullish on that. That's what you need to do. I mean, as much as people say, like, is crypto dying, is all this stuff dying, then why do you have all these big entities coming into the space? I mean, why do you have, JP Morgan and all these big banks now making their wallets and now coming up with their own digital currency for the next 12 months to see how it works? There's a lot going on. It's not always what you see that's really going on. So that's why I always tell people, find places like Undead Blocks or find other communities that you can get through this time that can give you that, content, or that can give you that, time to spend with people. And then when you get to that other side, money will be there. We all know that. It's just getting through these times, and that's why I like stuff like Undead, because we need content. We need something right now that kills, time, because right now we have a lot of time on our hand. And I do like the thing that you said today, Lack, that you guys are looking into other games, and the fact that you shouted out other games is actually really, really big. That's good marketing, because you're a good game, and the fact that you're willing to talk about other games and your collabs is really good for this space, because too many people right now are kind of just like, oh, Undead Blocks, yeah, we might not have zombie games, but you can come in about a month, you could do this. But instead of that, making them wait for a month, you're like, oh, yeah, well, during the time you're waiting for us to come out with something you like, there's this, and this. And that's what we need to do if we're going to beat the big entities coming in. I mean, you have Facebook and Microsoft that actually partnered up, and that's kind of unheard of. So with that said, we really have to kind of, partner up with the best things that we can and make the best third space, as I always say. With that ends my Noah talk.
And speaking of partnering up, it's so awesome to have you here, Noah. Super knowledgeable, so much wisdom in this space, and I'm so sorry that you're sick. Please drink ginger tea, guys. I have this is my ultimate advice, okay? Flu, cough, colds, fever, or muscle pain. Just freaking boil ginger, like raw ginger, just boil it, or buy the ginger powder from Amazon, freaking 20 less than $10, I think, and gives you so much cups. But it's important because it has all the natural nutrients for you to get better. Noah, please get better. We need you to be 100 in these spaces because we need to talk so much more about gaming. And this is why we have these space every week, guys. So make sure to support this space by retweeting. Make sure to check out the pinned tweets on top. And we're gonna circle back with Kyle and Undead Block. So it's been a crazy journey with you guys. How much has it changed as you go along on the journey? And what are the biggest challenges that you've come across with so far?
Grabbing everybody to let them know that other people, including ourselves, are still building in the space while all these other bad things are happening. I have been here since the late days of 2013, early days of 2014. I have been through 3 bear markets now. Well, this one's not officially over, but I've been through almost 3 bear markets. It's always the same thing. Blood in the streaks. I don't know if we've hit that full bottom, that full capulation. But sorry there, I had a phone call come in. I don't think that we're far from it. Nothing's financial advice, but it's something that's just we've been pushing so forward for. To show people, not only us, just as Noah said, a lot of our partners, well, all of our partners, if you're partners of RU or building in the space, I do all of the DD and so does the rest of the team that we need to. And any of our partners, unless something's gone bad, something here lately in the past day or so, all of the people that we shout out and build with, Caraverse, some things that we're doing with them, Cyber Crew, we're implementing one of their weapons. Yes, it's going to be next year. It's not going to be next week or tomorrow or nothing. It's going to take some time. We are building out the multiplayer right now. But even with my pet Hooligan, we have one of the first badass cases of interoperability with them. We've had that, I think, almost 3 months now, 4 months. If you have a Undead Blocks NFT, you can play. Ways. We're going to be doing all kinds of cool things to keep people involved, to keep people here, to find out that other people are building. They're building with us. We're building with them. We're trying to find new talent, new people that's dedicated to the space, that's building out to give something to their children or their nieces, nephews, somebody that's going to use it, because we're all going to need this technology in the future. I don't want to get on a big tangent and rant about the bankers and things that they're doing and stuff, but there's some good things on Twitter, some good content talking about what they're trying to do. So you have to secure your future. And even if you don't do it right now so much for yourself, you want to make sure you do it for those that you love. So we're just trying to do things like that, make it very fun, active, get those people into the space. Yes, we shout out all of our partners as much as we possibly can, because without them, hell, we wouldn't be where we are. I don't think that they would be where they are. I think that we can say that. I think that we can say without our community, our family. Literally, they beta tested our game for, 2 months. At least 2 months. They're going to be doing that again. It won't be 2 months, but it will be right at about 4 weeks' time. And some of them are already doing it right now as we're talking on this Spaces. I've been testing it myself. I'll be giving some other people the build, and so will some of my other directors. And I think Grant's got a few people that he's got that's going to get the build coming up this week also. or weekend. When I come into Miami next week, or North Miami, with David from MEC and some other people there, I'm going to be giving out some build and letting some people possibly play it on my computer. So if you see me, find me, make sure you hit me up. You might get some alpha dropped on you. If you find me live there in Miami or South Florida, because I'll be there for like 10 days. I'll be almost everywhere. DCon, Metaverse Miami, ThetaCon. I might even be at the Web3 Summit Convention at the International Miami. I'm going to be everywhere, and I'll be with all kinds of people, all of our partners, just trying to do something cool and get people to come out. We have been invited to come back to Nashville. We've also been invited to come out to St. Louis and pick between about 3 to 4 different venues I have to speak with. Also San Diego, Sacramento, I know Toronto, Buffalo. We have also been invited to the Philippines, Dubai, Argentina, Turkey, all kinds of places. So yes, we will be going international. Yes, most definitely will be next year until we get to step out internationally. Trying to do another event or 2 before the end of the year. Can't promise nothing at this time. We do have a large drop that's coming up December 1st with GameStop, so make sure you check that out. There's going to be something huge coming up. And yes, we are giving away a free t-shirt here today. I've got to jump off here in about 20 minutes, so I'm going to let TQ give that away how she deems fit. Make sure you get any way that she sees that it needs to be done, whether you need to be in the space, retweet the space, whatever needs to be done, I'm going to let her run that. But she'll get me the information, and I will make sure to get you whatever size Undead Blocks t-shirt that you wear to you. It will be shipped to your door. So make sure
I'll take a large, sir.
Well, if you're confident enough that you think you're going to take it, well, make sure you stay in here with TQ, because she's the one that's going to decide that. Unfortunately, I've got to jump off here in 20 minutes. I've got to go grab some lunch and stuff and start getting ready to fly out to actual Miami. So just glad that everybody come out. If you're in South Beach, anywhere down there, look at all the events. There's all kinds of things happening. Art Basel, going to be very cool down there. Also, be looking for us to be doing a lot of amazing stuff coming up, in-person events, just like Nashville. Might be at a place near you. These events will be 100% free to come out and compete. That's something that's going to be huge. I'm trying to do it in venues that have food and drinks and TVs and other entertainment and things like that. So when you are waiting, things like that, we did have 6 computers at the last Nashville event. I think at one point in time we had 5 of them completely full and people lined up, but we actually never even really pulled out the 6th one because we didn't really need it at that time. But I'm trying to keep it to where we at least have 6 to 8 and time possibly 10 at all venues. So when we start piling in more and more and more people, we most definitely don't want them sitting and waiting for a very long time. We want them to come out and congregate, meet other people, shake hands, possibly have a drink, some food, things like that. Meet other projects. Like I said, we were most definitely not the only project that was at this event or represented there. There were sponsors that were there. The sponsorships were very affordable. Also, I think they were $100 for the flyer and banners and things like that. So we're trying to make it affordable. We know that the times can be rough as they are, and trying to make sure that we continue to build out and show others that other people are building out, and that we have real products that you can come interact with, possibly even earn some funds, meet some really cool people. That's just the biggest thing, and do something different. While, yes, we are building out the multiplayer. The live game drop, yes, is at the end of the year, possibly the first week of next year. That Waveless Survival will be 100% live. Then we will be moving to mobile. That is when the fireworks really start off, when everybody on Earth can have it right at the touch of their hands. We can even be playing a game as we're talking here in these spaces or something like that. That most definitely is coming, and it's good to get your community involved and let them know that there's other things and other avenues out here that they can be not only part of, but just, I don't want to say invested, but just really a part of the community and know that they're still building and that people are really doing stuff here. That's the largest thing that we're trying to spread, especially me, myself. I know Grant's out here doing it. You don't see much other of the team because they're building. And on the back end, you see some Michael and you see some of Isaac. And, of course, you see some of KG out here. But you're going to start seeing more of us, especially at these events. KG was at Nashville. That was actually the first event he'd come out to, so that was really cool. You actually got to meet KG. He was actually one of the people looking over to make sure nobody kind of tried to say that they made more than they did on the score there. So that was really cool that he got to come out and stuff and drive up from Atlanta. Grant unfortunately got 6.5 feet of snow. He was supposed to be there. He will possibly be at the next one, I'm pretty sure, unless they get 6.5 feet of snow there in Buffalo again. He'll be able to make it. So you'll be able to meet more of us as a team and also other teams. That's the biggest thing we're trying to push out. Just like at Decentricon, just like at Art Basel, Metaverse Miami, ThetaCon coming up. More conferences that's going to be pushed out next year. There's a lot of EA Sports conferences that we'll be at. We're also going to be throwing some of our own next year that's going to be starting to be planned here the first of next week when I go into Miami. So be looking out for some alpha maybe next week to come out, but most definitely be looking out for that GameStop drop that drops December 1st, because it's most definitely going to be an affordable drop starting at 0.01 Ethereum, which right now is about $13. So we're trying to get that out to the world to where everybody can come in and experience some really cool things and have some utility that a lot of people unfortunately don't have right now in the market that we're in. So we're trying to do something different. But thank you for coming out to everybody. Just make sure that you stay out here and stay active. That's the biggest thing I'm trying to tell people. We are the people that will turn the tide, and we just got to continue to build.
Power to the gamers, guys. There you have it. Kyle from Undead Blocks, Director of Business Development, catching him before a flight to Miami. If you guys are there in South Florida, if I'm not mistaken, he's there, he's waiting, he's ready to talk, and builders are gonna build. Usually in these spaces I started, everybody was at home in between meetings. Now after months of these gaming spaces, it's like our speakers and co-hosts are just, we're catching them in between events, in between flights. It's like it becomes shorter and shorter their time for us, and that's why we're so grateful that you're here, Kyle. We're so grateful for the t-shirt that you're giving to the community. So for everybody here, I have the power. I'm playing. I have the power. No, for real, I do. So make sure to retweet this space with the Twitter picker. I'm gonna make it fair and square. So just make sure to retweet this space and make sure you follow Undead Blocks and Kyle, because if you don't, then that prize will be forfeited to the next pick, the second pick. So there's a button on the lower right corner of your screen. Make sure to click it. And yeah, Kyle is a testament on what it means to be a successful builder in this place. And you know why, right? Whenever he comes into these spaces, he doesn't just talk about himself or Undead Blocks. He talks about other projects. He agrees with me when I say, as a gamer and being a gamer, and what the essence of being a gamer is, experiencing different variety of games, experiencing different genres, and kind of collecting that as our little personal trophies, right? We download these experiences and these memories. And in the metaverse, we have a squad that gives us impact, if you know what I mean. It's not just a squad that we game with. And it's crazy. I think you guys heard what I did. There's so much nuggets that Kyle dropped in this space. But I think you guys heard what I did when he said they're gonna release mobile soon. And then I just want to say that GameStop drop on December 1st is crazy news, guys. I've never seen a Web3 game that actually did such a huge franchise collaboration like GameStop, right? Like you see a lot of brands that has nothing to do with games, usually that are partnering or collaborating with brands in the metaverse. But it's just so refreshing, and if kind of not even refreshing. That's not the right word. Sorry, English is not my first language, so I'm having a hard time. But it's assuring. It's assuring for me as a gamer to see Undead Blocks growing like this, partnering with GameStop, huge franchises. And Kyle, yeah, the floor is yours. Unmute anytime.
Yeah, thank you. Just trying to shock the world and show everybody crypto's not dead. We're going to do something huge with this GameStop drop. Make sure you get in. Nothing's financial advice. Make sure you hear that again. Nothing's financial advice. But there's going to be some exclusive mints in this mint of the GameStop mint, and it's going to be insane. Some of the things that you're going to have access to and be able to possibly randomly mint, there's going to be some very happy people. So I think that everybody will be happy, but there'll be people out here doing backflips and stuff and be out here making videos, and there's going to be some very cool stuff coming up. But yes, check that out. All three levels of that drop are 100% affordable. That's how we're trying to create it. It's how we're trying to make a statement, also bring in masses and just do something different. And yes, it is something huge. I'm not too much of a bragger. I try to stay humble, but we are trying to shock the world with this drop, do something that nobody has never done, especially in gaming, and tying it into a Web 2 company, into Web 3, and knock this wall down that's sitting at Web 2.5. I got to get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful day. Appreciate everybody coming out. If y'all are in Miami, hit me up on Twitter, anywhere. We'll have lunch. We'll do something. Y'all have a wonderful day. Appreciate y'all.
Let's go, Kyle from Undead Blocks, guys. And he left us with a T-shirt that's gonna be given to one of the listeners. Mr. Dip, how are you feeling? And were you there in with them when they were celebrating in Nashville last week?
No. My wife's pregnant, so I haven't been traveling, and I won't be traveling probably maybe next summer at the soonest, because we've got to let the baby grow a little bit, make sure everything's okay.
Good, yeah, you better stay home. Or I can't even imagine, like, if I was pregnant alone, that would be suck. That would suck so bad. But yeah, it was so exciting though when I heard them in Nashville, and there was this crazy energy in the speakers. We were there in the same space as them. I think they were with Flu, and if I'm not mistaken, Mac.com, and yeah, that GameStop drop on December 1st is crazy. I never thought I'd see an actual Web3 game that's doing a collaboration with such a franchise. Can you imagine? Like, maybe in the future, it's not just going to be GameStop. What if we're going to have games that are going to partner with the Square Enix or like, Capcom? Oh my God, like, this is just giving me all the gamer giggles inside. How do you feel about that, Mr. Dip? Like, we're seeing like the future unfold right before our eyes. A lot of people before in the NFT couldn't even imagine this kind of partnership, but here we are, and it's present moment, and yeah, it's a great time to be alive.
I agree. Yes, it's a very good time to be alive. We have a window of opportunity that only comes, once every 100 years, where you can walk into a space with no formal education, no prior experience, and you can gain that knowledge rather rapidly if you put your work in. You can build those relationships even quicker if you get in spaces like this and communicate with people, and you can find yourself an opportunity to build something amazing, which, in the previous industries was a little difficult. These things were, I don't want to say monopolized by definition, they weren't, but definitely controlled to those that were, born with names or born into communities or had particular opportunities provided to them. So that's something that's outstanding about Web3. And as for GameStop, I mean, that's an extraordinary opportunity, but it is just the beginning. Let's be honest. These guys are taking chances. For anybody who's really followed GameStop and what happened with the short squeeze and all the stuff with the stock exchange last year, they made moves, and things prior to that happened to enable them to be in that position, and they're making moves. But when one guy takes a lead or one lady takes a lead, everybody else follows suit, and we're going to see a lot more of these big players come into this space. People are just letting others test the waters. They're kind of getting the feelers out, seeing how it looks, how things feel, establishing some infrastructure, purchasing some patents and things like that, and just slowly migrating in with trial and error, just small tests we're going to see a lot of big guys and big gals come into this space once traction picks up. And I can't even imagine. I don't think any of us can imagine really who's going to be here, but there's going to be some big names without a doubt.
100%. And I think it's something that could just pass by so quickly, because in the metaverse so much things happen in a day, like it's just so fast, everything happens, and time doesn't exist. It's like 24/7, right? Like Web3 lifestyle is crazy, wrecked my body, wrecked my time schedule. It's catching sleep here or there. And then if you get bigger, the bigger you get, the more you travel. That's what I've been noticing. Like the bigger people get in terms of like how much investment or commitment they put into different projects. They don't just invest um whatever monetary they have. But what I'm talking about is investing time and effort, priceless time in building these projects. And we're seeing something like Undead Blocks targeting the right kind of brands to partner with. If you see other games out there that are talking to different VCs, right? They're trying to grasp on whatever partnership they can get, or whatever investment they can get from whatever brand. And usually it's not gonna align with the brand identity. Most of the time it doesn't, and then the artists or the creators try to find a way to bridge that gap. But this time, it's just so assuring for me as a gamer to see something like Undead Blocks kind of just nurturing that identity in the space, and being like, hey, we want to be known for the FPS zombie killing game. We know it's not for everyone, but we want to be that, the pioneer for it. And they are right now dominating, in my opinion. Experience, because I play the game. I'm a gamer, and I play it, and I'm still trying to gather up the rest of my content for my next drop, which is about the Easter egg. But it's something that I'm gonna get into this week or next week. But my thing is the experience that it gives me, the adrenaline rush that it gives me, and how giddy I get when I think about multiplayer, how giddy I get when I think about squatting up with my friends, and then having that content to release to the world to say, hey, we have a game that equates to the standard of traditional gaming. It might not be complete yet, but the relevancy is there. You can feel it, and the community is wild. Plus, you earn from it. This is crazy times. And speaking of crazy times, I want to say hi to the queen, outmom.eth herself. Thanks for joining us. And how are you doing? Happy Gobble Gobble Day. You just missed Kyle. He just left. I think he's going to fly to South Florida. Are you around that area?
I am not. Oh my gosh, my neighbor's hammering on his. What is happening? Hold on, let me go inside. Holy cow. No, I am actually not. My neighbor just started going crazy on his roof. I was like, what in the world? It's like,
He was like,
hammering.
well, they're in a space.
Move quickly. Good morning. Good morning. Whoa, how is everyone? I'm sorry I missed Kyle, and that makes me super sad. Man, I am grateful. I am thankful. I am happy. I am so ready to go to Florida and get down there and be with all of my people. We just spent an amazing weekend at the Undead Blocks tournament. I cannot even tell you guys. I ended up coming in last place, TQ. You would have been so proud. You would have been so proud.
I'm so sorry to squeak, guys. I know it hurt your ear. If it did, it comes with the space, okay? It's like a hazard. It's a space hazard. I might squeak, and it might, you might lose your hearing. But I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy in here. Like, can tell me all about it. I heard it was a crazy event, and this
Oh,
space is
wow.
about Undead Block. So let's go.
Yes. Hi, Anthony, Croissant, Sleepy. Diamond369 may even have it on video, me playing. I'm not sure. So the whole entire event was literally just like, you could feel how real everything is. And when I say that, like, sometimes we're behind a screen so much that, like, we forget how real the things are that we're working on. And when you're standing in a room with the people building it, and when you're standing there and you're in the meetings and you're just, it's incredible. And so we got to go down there and represent Altera, me and Miggy, and, you know, obviously TQ, all of us, like, we are really trying to push this gaming space forward. I'm not a traditional gamer, but I'm literally building Web3 from all different angles, and I want to see all the different parts healthy. And for me, play to earn was probably one of the hardest things to really, like, wrap my head around, as far as how can I be impactful in this space. And TQ, you were a massive part of that. If you guys don't know, like, my very first gaming space, okay, literally the first space that I hosted in gaming, TQ was there, and I popped in like, "Hi guys, I'm Alt Mom. I don't know anything about play to earn, but I'm here to learn." Like, it was like something out of a commercial. It was hilarious. And TQ was there, and she was probably the only other woman in the space. There were hundreds of us, and it was really refreshing to instantly connect with her, and the way that she was just like, "Jump right on up here and let's start teaching you." So that was a few months back. That was sometime this summer, and ever since then we've just kept moving. So it's been a really cool ride. And yeah, Diamond Hands, what do you got to say about that? I bet you didn't know that, did you?
Hello, guys. I actually got a lot to say, if you don't mind. It's just going about the space. Hello, Alco and Mom. You are a legend. All of you guys in here are legends. We're quite literally watching history unravel. I just wanted to come in quickly and say that, going back to what Kyle said about the internet, about going international and trying to make this Undead Block space really an impact on how people will see crypto, is genius, because you have to have the right people caring and nurturing for the community. You know, there's so much bad press because people are looking at the price action but forget about the technology in the background, man. Once this even leaks a little bit into the mainstream, it will be history. And zombie killing and even FPS shooters are so familiar with everyone in the gaming space that is going to create such a splash, and these are the right people to nurture and take care of us. I actually was at the Nashville tournament streaming for ZNN, which is Undead Block's news station, and shout out Alco and Mom. I do have your video of you participating and a whole bunch of other people. You can check it out on my Twitch. I'll put it on my channel. I don't want to put myself out there right now. I want to talk about technology, and to be honest with you, at the tournament, the atmosphere, the knowledge, and the technology is all there. We are all so early and quite literally are watching history be made, but I don't want to take up too much time. I really appreciate you for having me, and you guys got it.
Please take up your time. Diamond Hands, I'm gonna circle back to you. Share. I want to know your thoughts. How long have you played Undead Blocks? Because I've been a gamer like since forever, right? I even taught Alt Mom what teabagging is, because it's literally part of my strats. And
You don't even understand, guys. Like, literally in front of hundreds of people, they're talking about this, and I'm like, literally my first Twitter space on gaming, and I'm like, what is that? Dude, you never saw so many laughing emojis in your life, right? I think that one took the cake for the most laughing emojis in all of Twitter spaces. Yeah.
That was the original emote for gamers before emotes were even a thing.
Yeah, because when you start, I don't know, but back in my day in 2013, when I would play, they would judge me just because I'm a girl, and they would say, "Oh, I'm not supposed to play COD or whatever, or I suck or whatever," and that I'm a girl, so I only play sniper, which is true, but whatever. But it's just crazy because when I do have a strat, when I play with these toxic players, I put traps around, so I let them get trapped. This is why I'm TQ, because I'm trap queen. I have bear traps as Frost, which is my main operator, and she's a Canadian operator, and she has bear traps as her secondary, right? And then I would place them in like windows and doors. So whenever the ops gets in through the windows or the doors, they get trapped with my bear trap, and then they're gonna be like, oh, they're like just on the floor and like, oh no, I'm dying. And I would go to them, and instead of just shooting them so that their agony would be cut and I could save them, I'd teabag them first because usually they do a toxic thing about me playing the game, and then I'd shoot them in the head. It's like my anti-patriarchy. It was good times. Good times, good
So
times.
for me though, so DQ, here's my question though. Like, I had such a hard time playing this game, so I'm like, okay, I need to get a PlayStation controller. And I know I don't have to be a gamer to be able to work in this space. Like that's not my point. My point is I need to be out here advocating in these typical like NFT spaces where they're not even talking about play to earn gaming. They're not even bringing it into the conversation. I need to be out here in these meetings and in these like big events, and I need to be talking to them about it and finding the other people that are missing it, because it's just like I'm a huge fan of Hedera, right? And so I think the ecosystem is just absolutely incredible. But one of the biggest things is there aren't enough people that even know, how incredible the ecosystem is. So to be able to take projects that are working in Ethereum and bring them over to the Hedera ecosystem has been really beneficial for both the projects and the ecosystem. So for me, if I can just get more people seeing what's being done in play to earn, then it's just going to speed up the process, right? Because we say that we're early, but at the end of the day, we're only early until we're late. And everyone sits back and says, well, when this happens, well, if you're not in a strategic position when that happens, like you're going to see that wave and it's just going to squash you. So, for me, I'm just trying to be as loud as I can about the games that I believe in. And so, yeah.
And I'm here with you, Altmom, 100%. And I want you to make the biggest noise, and I will amplify that as hard and as much as I can because you believe in the things that I believe in. In a lot of ways, I think we are all building these games. If you think about it, everybody here listening in these spaces, coming here weekly with us, chilling, just talking about these games, we're the ones who play these games and talk to our friends and family about them. We are actually doing a huge part in helping the ecosystem grow, in introducing our culture of NFTs to others that know nothing to it, if not know the worsts about it. Right? Like it's so hard, especially for builders. And we see that on the daily because this is full time for us. So we see these builders focusing on the brand and working on doing their part. And then we have legends like Altmom, Mr. Dip, as well, Croissant, and CryptoSign Diamond Hands here in the metaverse at the same time. And this is how you build a brand. This is how you build and nurture a community. It's not about, just, it's not about paid promos. It's not about giveaways. It's really about coming here, showing up in the spaces and talking about the game, talking about personal experiences. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm in a party and I think about how I could talk about my work, because they're usually very curious about Web3 and NFTs, right? And the best, I don't know, but it's just my first thought every time is let them play on their blocks. Let them let them play on their blocks. It's because it's so easy. It's so easy to make them play if it's in my laptop already, right? And did you guys hear Kyle a while ago just said they're working on the mobile
The
and
mobile, yes, yes, yes. And I'm gonna slay all of you. Every single person in this room. I might suck on the computer, but you just wait till I get to put my thumbs on that, okay? That's all I have to say because my thumbs are faster than any of y'all's thumbs in this entire
I
room. Like, I'm just
Men would be like, "Oh, I beg to differ, madam." But yes, gosh, I'm so excited, guys. Mobile is the gateway to millions of daily active users. I'm
Well, I
serious.
would say, okay, so here are my thoughts. So there are several reasons why people play games, right? They play games because they have, they just kind of want to escape like from typical behaviors. Like people don't watch TV anymore. It's boring. I tried to watch it last night and okay, I did watch like 2 episodes of this really weird show. But people just don't watch TV as much anymore and they don't necessarily do as many, like we're living in a digital age. So when it comes to playing on the PC, like that's amazing. But then a lot of us, we love our phones, we love our like smaller laptops, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing. And another thing is storytelling, right? And so, TQ, I'm going to kidnap you, by the way, and bring you over and let you have some meetings with us because I know the Altera story is being built right now. And how incredible is it that like we have the opportunity to be a part of a story from the beginning? So there's so many different ways to look at why to play a game, and for me, I loved Zelda. Um, I loved any of the games that were super thought provoking. And so there's different types of games for every person, right? And so if I can find a game where I get to exercise my brain and enjoy my like imagination. I don't know if it's going to be fair if I'm going to be allowed to play Altera for like competitions or anything if I like work on the storyline, but for me it's worth it because I love to innovate and I love the vision and just feeling like I don't know, feeling like you're a part of what everyone else is going to get to experience as like a dream world or um, a place of escape, right? And so for me, I could see Undead Blocks being a place where I can go and like take my aggression out. And Altera is a place that I'm gonna be able to go and like do magic. So it's like two different things. And I want to play. I still haven't played Devicans. TQ, I'm so ridiculous. I still haven't done it. So I need to work on that. I gotta do that today. You have to make me do that today.
Go. It's okay, babe. I'm a platinum ambassador, so we can take our time. I can send you an egg. That's no problem. When divine timing will open up for us for the Devikins world. But what you said
Divine
about
timing. I want everybody to take in what she just said. Divine timing, because it applies to everything in life, every single thing.
everything,
So,
every single thing. And speaking of, I can't wait till that timing for Altera will be dropped in terms of their lore. This is really I second what you're saying about different games for different people because I'm an RPG junkie. I would literally like
and
play
and
for
RPG is like attack mode, right? RPG is like
role
one
playing.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting because
I'm
these
just
usually
doing that for any of my followers that popped in here and are not gamers. I'm just letting you guys know. I'll help you out so you don't have to ask the question.
but it's so but really I'll tell you what brings me in RPG games. It's the lore and the storytelling that brings me into a game and lets me play long term. This is really short story but true story, right? Legends of Inari, they released before and they sold out, right? But before that they didn't think that anybody would appreciate the game because they were focusing on storytelling and lore. But that's how I got into the game and kind of like helped them. I was one of their first ambassadors because I was like, dude, lore and storytelling is the foundation of every game in my opinion. It builds your gamers the right way. at least the foundation of your game should be surrounded by actual gamers. And actual gamers are the ones that are drawn into the story of the game, that are here for the experience, the not some fast cash or some earning opportunities, right? Like that's not why we play games. And the essence of that, I mean, I guess it's just bonus here because we're in the metaverse, we're a little bit spoiled, but we do have these spaces to kind of show people and developers as well as what we deserve as gamers in the metaverse. It's like this is like hard mode for any developer, because now you're just not forced to make a great experience for a game. Now you have to create a balanced economy for sustainability for your players long term. And that requires a lot of dedication. That requires a lot of effort and commitment. And I want to get to the hands. I don't want to hog the mic for too long. Diamond Hands, share what's in your mind, and the floor is yours.
Wow, man, being in these spaces literally gets me so excited. I have like energy going out the roof. I could levitate right now, man. All I gotta say is that the whole thing about you guys talking about there's a game for everybody, it's so true. And luckily in the crypto space, we're so diverse where there's a place where everyone can be. Altera for the storyline. I love stories and RPGs for the idea that you feel like you're in that other metaverse, and then other people feel like they're in that other metaverse. And then you go on a Discord and everyone's talking the lore and their own memes of that world. It's beautiful. And I just think that if you are here early, you are here while everything's getting constructed, you will be a leader, and you got to make sure that you're really leading people in the right place, because knowledge, one thing, which is why these spaces are around, will give people the tools, but you can't force them. It's either they want to learn it or they don't. And I think that what we're doing here is giving them the tools, and it's beautiful because we are earlier than we think. Back to the price action, everyone's just looking at the money and trying to make money off these games without falling into the lore or the love of the community. And I think that we are creating those communities, but that's all I really got to say. I just really had to put that in there.
Agree, 100%. Yeah, and guys, make sure to raise your hand and just request if you want to share your experiences as a gamer in the space. We're welcoming every single one here. I want to say hi to the new listeners. And yeah,
Wait. Time out, TQ. Time out, TQ.
Nani.
Okay. Look how many people are in here. And there are no comments down there in the circle. Like, what is this, guys? Okay. Build us a game that we love and that we can play. Build us a game that is play to earn so that we can earn while we're playing for free. And can you please do it quicker than the quicker the better? Like, that would be great. But like, comments aren't important. Come on, guys, like, help us out here. This is the biggest challenge in Web3, right? The biggest challenge is getting your voice out there and being louder. Like, you have to have people taking things seriously. And if you're not putting in the effort, it's like people expect. I just hit 84 days at conference, okay? I don't have a boss. I don't have somebody that is out here paying my way. I didn't hit it big in Dogecoin. I didn't put $1 in Shiba and become a millionaire. I'm out here literally up until 4 o'clock in the morning listing shit online so that I have an extra income just to be able to go out here and fight for you and fight for everyone. And so it's really, really important that the people in the community also fight for it. Like, it cannot be done if everyone doesn't go to bat. And you don't have to do it through comments. You don't have to do it through likes, but do something to enhance the ecosystem. If you can, like, there are so many ways that you can become involved and help us push this forward. And it is damn near impossible for just the builders to do it. I know that Croissant literally sits behind a computer all freaking day long working. So does Anthony. And when we're not sitting behind the computer working, we are literally in Twitter Spaces educating. And when we're not working on our games, we're over here studying the fundamentals of blockchain, and we're studying all of the news that's coming out all day long, and we're studying all the NFTs that are coming out all day long, and all the games that are coming out all day long, and freaking building and marketing and talk about not getting paid. Like, I just want to let y'all know that this is a very, very tough ecosystem, and we're out here building it, okay? But it's freaking hard. Anyway, sorry. The no comment
yeah.
thing just annoys me a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Just to follow up on that, she is totally right. If you don't see me throwing emojis in a space, it means I'm typing an email or I'm responding to a chat. Like we're doing stuff. We're working hard. So yeah, she speaks the truth. I can confirm.
Yeah, it's madness. We announced a pre-sale for Homie Wars last night, and my DMs are so fucking long. Excuse my language. Hundreds of DMs. So yeah, that's what we're doing when we're not.
Wait, Anthony. Repeat yourself there, please.
We have announced a pre-sale for Homie Wars. Just a small race. It's going to be hosted on Cookie Sale, which is an IDR platform that we have a good relationship with. They're great guys, great gals, building something that is oriented towards the right direction, working on the morally and ethical correct things. So we're happy to work with them as opposed to some of the other IDO platforms that we've been in conversations with. And it's just a 200 BNB raise. It's next Wednesday. And since announcing it, a good portion of my day is spent responding to DMs.
Exciting. Okay, you're going to be responding to one of my DMs here in a little bit, or hopefully we're just going to have like some big PTE meetings here soon in the next 24, I'm sure. So that's another thing that I want to point out is like collaboration is king out here. And so when you have all of these different games that are coming together, to be able to meet together and have conversations and say, okay, what can we do this week for Altera? What can we do for Undead Blocks? How can I go out and be effective this week in marketing or be effective in Twitter Spaces? Or how can I go out and do this? And I know TQ is the same way. She's like, okay, what am I streaming this week? Let me figure this out. Like, what can I take to my community? What has had a new progress? What has had a new... Yeah, girl.
Like you guys know the weekly schedules are all really accurate and tuned for the community. I'm really doing this for everybody else to know which games are okay to dip your toes in. Oh, Mr. Dip. But yeah, to be your own little Mr. and Mrs. Dips and dip your toes in the right games. Because I'm just sick and tired of hearing gamers like me, have their hearts broken. And some of them, you would see tweets from their family members or friends and be like, this game sucks. This is rug. What game can I play out there? For real, what game can I play right now? And this is why we are here in these spaces. Like every week, we have these games because we want to show people that there are playable games right now that don't really require you too much. I love that Undead Blocks just released more alpha on their coming mint day with their coming announcement with GameStop, and he said something like 0.01, which is like something $13 right now with the ETH, which is very accessible. This is very inclusive for something like Undead Blocks. You have a lot of games out there that are doing well, not even great, okay? Great is when you land a partnership with GameStop. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. I said what I said. That's great. Well is well. You see games that are doing well right now, but they're still not inclusive. They're not making it affordable for other people to get in, or they're not free to play. How is that inclusive? How is that making mass market adoption for NFT gaming possible? It's not going to be possible if it's not free to play, and maybe even the weekends make it accessible for other people to play without the assets. Interoperability. Undead Blocks has this with My Pet Hooligans, which I didn't even know. Like, you can put My Pet Hooligans with the Undead Block assets, and I'm going to do that for sure, 100%. I wish Diamond Hands knows more and share that with us.
I need to know more about that too. You guys are going to have to break that down for me when you get a chance.
That's crazy because Kyle was just like nonchalantly dropped it and said, yeah, it's been going for months. We did a partnership with My Pet Hooligan, and you can play My Pet Hooligan with Undead Block, My Pet Hooligan with the Undead Block asset. And I'm just like, jaw drop. And I'm like, what did I just hear? Diamond Hands, please enlighten.
So I don't know everything about it, but I will say this: that they're trying to make it interoperable with the Cerberus skin and the MyPlay that you just mentioned. My bad, I'm terrible at names. And what that's going to do is just make, the metaverses interoperable. And there was big talk on metaverses like in VR that said once you make them all interoperable, where you can move one item to another, they're all going to be connected, and that's the end goal. And it's crazy how they have a head start on that. Like, who else is really doing that, man? That sounds insane. But I also wanted to add that more about, all these projects putting out expensive NFTs to get in. I've been with these people in person, with Undead Block specifically. I hear the conversations, and they care so much about the community. To give you a little rundown, in the game, there are banners and different places that ads can be put, from Immutable X to GameStop and all of that. And all the money they're getting from that, all the revenue, sure, they got to pay the devs. Everything else is going to the community. Everything else. And I think that's the most beautiful part. And they're serious, man. There is not a thought where they think they want to grab money. They're literally like, we can only survive the long run if we put all our money towards our community and just pay ourselves enough to eat and keep the space alive, which is exactly, I think, what needs to be done. And shout out Slayer. I just wanted to give him a shout out because I'm on the ZNN live stream with him right now, and he's an amazing guy. Maybe he has some more to offer and to say as well. Slayer, you got anything to say?
Hey, thanks for joining us, Slayer. Thanks for sharing that, Diamond Hands. Really appreciate everything you just shared. Slayer, how you doing? How's your journey with Undead Blocks? How long you've been playing it? And what are your thoughts in the game?
Yeah, I was just, hey guys, how's it going?
Fabulous,
Doing
fabulous.
Doing happy Thanksgiving.
Great, man.
Do you want to share, Slayer?
Oh, I mean, I love it. I actually joined up with Undead Blocks, not joined up with them, but like got onto their mint the day after the mint started, and I don't know why I can't hear you guys in the headphone unless I turn it on and have an echo, but yeah, I found out. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Wait a bit ready. Yeah, but we can hear you. Metaverse to Slayer. Whoop. Metaverse to
Welcome to my
Slayer.
first space. I've been in spaces forever. No, so basically, yeah, I got on Undead Blocks. Okay, cool. The day before Mint, I found out about them from another project, and then I heard Grant talking about it. I'm having some crazy lag here. Can I do it for my...
Slayer Wolf is actually one of the huge OGs in this space, to be honest with you. He's got a lot of info. I think he's having a little technical difficulties, but this guy is an open encyclopedia.
I'm so excited when I meet like OGs of Undead Blocks, because there's just a different level of skill sets for the Undead Blocks gamers. You know what I mean? Like you meet different
Yeah.
people depending on the genre of the game. I find it fun. I find it entertaining actually to kind of like meet different people, like card trading games. People who love card trading games are different from the FPS players, if you know what I mean.
Sorry about that, guys. I just had, I don't know why, but I couldn't hear you talking back, and then I'm on like a 75-second delay, so sorry about that. I think I got it sorted out. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you well.
Oh,
Yes,
perfect,
sir.
perfect. Nice. Sorry about that. Yeah, so what I was saying, I basically jumped into Undead Blocks on Mint Day. I found out about them the night before in another NFT that I own one in, that they were doing basically just a collab space with Grant. He came in, and I had never even heard about them until that night. Then he came in, he started talking about the game, started going into in depth about what the plan was long term, what the gameplay, all that stuff. And then he actually physically started playing a game in front of us that we all watched on this share screen. So for me, when I saw that, it was, like you guys touched on it earlier, the biggest problem I think about this space is that someone will say, oh yeah, we got a game, but no, we've got a game coming, where these guys actually said, we've got a game, I'm playing it right now. And then, and then I jumped on, I wasn't on whitelist, so I had to buy off secondary. And yeah, ever since then, I've just been hugely into the project. I love it. I think it's great. They kind of stick up with the times, keep up to date on, like up until last week, we didn't think the things that we think now because of the whole FTX scandal. So it's a constantly evolving space that if we don't evolve with it, then it's never going to go to where we need it to get to.
I agree 100%. And usually you only need that one experience, for somebody, one bad experience of a game from somebody to really just destroy their perception of what NFTs are and what NFTs can bring to them. Like, can you imagine if there's one person and then they got into like a rug project and that's their intro to the space, and that's why we're very passionate. People like me and Almam and Mr. Dip, Slayer, Croissant, Diamond Hands, even our creators that you see in the space right now. There's a lot of artists and creators in this space like Jinkering. I want to welcome Jesse. Lover F22 is here. Delirium is a great artist. Make sure to give him a follow. But guys, it's the why we're passionate about this space is because we want to give an opportunity for others to see their first introduction to this space as something that is guaranteed, if not, not rug, and something that could be long term. But this is really not just for us. I'm doing it for my kids as well. I'm doing it for my children and for the next generation to know that there are games that are building right now for long term. They're not just going to rug us, they're not just going to grab fast cash and leave. And this is what Diamond Hand was talking about, and Slayer Wolf as well. The Undead Blocks team had been focused on giving back to the community 100% and nurturing the players, nurturing the game. You got tournaments where they're giving away cash in real life events. They're partnering with games like Altera as well, games that are just building. They're not biased into, which games that they're going to support. They know that there's other games out there that exist, and as gamers, we deserve of different varieties. That's every space I shout that. We deserve variety of games that are stable, sustainable, and balanced, not just for us, but for our children and the future, so that they can come into this space and they're safe. They're safe to play games and not be rugged. They're safe to play games and know that it's long term, that it's something that they have full ownership for. And in a world where we're constantly reminded of how injustice reigns, uh, above all, where everything is pay to win, where everything is kind of like unfair for the people that don't have resources. What if you don't have the opportunities, you don't have investments to begin with, your parents didn't set you up with they didn't introduce crypto to you, you didn't like make money like what Aunt Mom was saying. And Undead Blocks is one of those games that are proving to be a project that is very sustainable, and you might have a chance to win their T-shirts tonight in this space. We're gonna wrap it up in 30 minutes right now. We're going almost 2 hours, God. I knew this would happen every week. This always happens. But
You're
but
not gonna win a
yeah.
T-shirt though. I'm gonna get it, so don't even bother, guys.
Mr. Dip is trying to get his hand, but we play fair. And honestly, I don't even get a lot of these giveaways that you guys. Mr. Dip gave me a homie NFT, which I'm super super excited about. I'm gonna post about it, Mr. Dip, because I'm super proud of it. But yeah, this is what I get, that you just give from friends. But what we're giving away from games, this goes to you guys. This goes to the listeners. So make sure to retweet this space and follow me. If you're in this space and you're listening to my cringy chipmunk voice, but you don't follow me, I highly doubt what you're doing in this space. You gotta love me to last listening to my chipmunk voice. Diamond Hands, what you got in your mind there? The floor is yours.
All I gotta say, First, I'll start with that chipmunk voice is great. Don't even worry about it. But going back to you're doing this for your kids, man, it's crazy to see how the generations change. We're going from passing down golden bars, from real estate to now passing down NFTs, fractionalized NFTs, and crypto, because we know that if you can store this on the blockchain, it's untouchable, and as long as you're on a ledger or on a decentralized aspect of things, you don't have to worry about the government using their municipality to take away your real estate or to, like they did a long time ago, repossess your gold. And I believe that's beautiful. And to touch upon also the whole play to earn aspect, this world is, pay to win. This world is all centralized on money, 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 money. And the fact that this space is giving people the opportunity to get in at a great price, at a cheap price, at an affordable price is really what the onboarding is going to do. And a great example of that is the Undead Blocks GameStop drop, because, dude, the basic ones are like $11, the middle ones are like 20, and then the highest one is 30 something. If I'm wrong, that it's around that area, but it's less than
That's
$50
great.
even for the legendary, which is exactly, it's onboarding in real time.
That's crazy because right now legendary goes for how much in OpenSea?
Exactly, but it's going to be randomized, so you can't expect to get like the
Yeah,
exact
that's
one, but you get the opportunity. It's so
yeah.
amazing.
I love that so much because when I got into this space, guys, I was so naive. I had so much optimism about my opportunities, quote unquote, in the metaverse. I'm like, you know what? This is my time. This is my time. I'm poor and I'm make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna study it. I'm gonna learn it. And then, it's just crazy because I see NFTs are being known for what? Monkey NFTs, right? Like Board
Yeah.
Ape, Board Ape Yacht Club, right? And then I look at it, and this is just me. This is pure me, okay? I'm talking about my authentic self. That's what this space is about. And I'm a gamer, so I'm gonna talk about it, right? I saw it, and I'm just like, this is stupid. This is just, I can't. Is this the peak of NFT? Like just a JPEG, right? I really thought that gaming is the most sensible thing when it comes to NFTs because it gives me rewards for my time. And I'm a gamer, so I see it that way. And I'm also an artist, so I see the power in that as well. But what I didn't understand was how they were talking about, oh, this is for the community, this is for the community, this is for you to make it. This is for you, small person, to make it big with the NFTs. But I couldn't get in Board Ape Yacht Club. It's so hard to get in. Even to now, you can't get in. There's
Floor
no,
price is crazy.
yeah, there's no, the floor prices don't even talk about that anymore because there's no way. And they're not inclusive. They're not releasing major, opportunities for others to get in such a big project. Something that Undead Blocks is doing that is kind of like making my heart glow. They're kind of showing me that there are people that think about inclusivity in the space because they could have obviously could have just said, you know what, we're gonna do a drop with GameStop. It's gonna be big. We know it's gonna be big. The NFT community is gonna want in. They're gonna FOMO, so we're gonna price it high. We're gonna go $300, $500, $400. They could have done that easy, and it would have been sold out. But I'm just so in awe of how they thought of, you know what, we'll price it at $13, $30. And we all know in this game of flipping, to be early is, I think, the secret here. What do you think, Mr. Deb?
Well, I think you're absolutely right. I put my hand up because I'm going to deviate the conversation a little bit. I was going to put you on the spot. T2 Latam has connected with us for Homie Wars, and they're looking. We have a call on Monday, and we're bringing Homie Wars to all of Latin America. I want to know how we can do that with the Philippines, though, too. You have the grasp on the Philippines. We know that this is your nation. So let's do something like that too. Let's bring Homie Wars to the Philippines. But I apologize for distracting the conversation. I just had to put you on the spot since
Ooh,
now
I love
America's
it.
approaching us.
Let's go, Mr. Dip. There's no I open creative thoughts. So as I know what it's like to be a builder and to be to be a creator, you get these thoughts and it has to come out, and I so appreciate that. And I appreciate you thinking about me because I do have ideas in mind, but it involves in real life events. So it might be a good event for Homie Wars in the Philippines, but I have an idea and I'm so excited to talk to you about it. And it involves opening the market to a younger demographic, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes
Because
total sense.
right? And Homie Wars is that. If you could agree, it's so diverse and it's the the market reach is very wide scope. If you think about it, you can cater to younger adults or even as young as 7, because my daughter, she's like 6 7, she plays Fall Guys, and it kind of also feels relevant to them because they go to like indoor playgrounds, and it feels like they are their own Fall Guys, where they kind of bump into different things and they fall down and stuff as little cute babies, and they're still catching that little balance, and that's how they love that game. In fact, when I showed it to my daughter, she was just like, "I want to play it. I want to play it right now." But I was gonna do a meeting, but I wasn't. But yeah, I'd love to talk to you about getting it to the Philippines. I am talking to other games. It's crazy that you talk to me about that because I'm talking to other games about introducing events into the Philippines, because right now it's kind of fire. Everybody's talking about Web3. Everybody's looking about talking about what games they can dip their no, Mr. Dip their toes into, and Homie Wars is something that I truly believe in. I played the game. I have so much fun, and I can't wait to play with you and share you my ideas. We're gonna make it happen. Philippines, are you gonna do it this 2023? Probably Q2, Q1.
Well, in terms of events, that's all on you, my friend. You'll have to let us know,
Let's
and we can
go.
coordinate accordingly. But we have our pre-sale next week. Games live now in alpha version. Earning mechanics will be ready. Yeah, Q1 2023. I mean, NFT integration will be done. It's already done. We just have to get the build published as soon as the token goes live. So, I mean, everything's moving quickly. It's a great time, and with a free-to-play, free-to-earn game, that's really what we wanted to do, is provide that inclusive opportunity for everyone, regardless of financial barriers, regardless of geographical barriers. We want to get people in the game. This is Web3. That's what it's all about, is providing that opportunity. So that's exactly their sentiment. And yeah, let us know what we can do, and of course we can have a private call at another time.
And can you share, like, how did you guys, as someone that's building with Homie Wars, I know maybe if you shared this in the last space, maybe you can repeat it for this one for the other listeners. How does it feel like to build a game and kind of always have that thought of inclusivity and an open entry for others? And how does that affect the budgeting of the brand or the game in terms of building it?
It makes things really difficult at this stage in the game. But I personally believe, and I think all my colleagues and partners, Chrisant as well, she can vouch for this, that inclusivity is the future of the space. If we want mass adoption, putting up walls and barriers is not the way to do it. You know what I mean? What we're doing is essentially saying, if you don't have enough money, you can't play our game. If you're not a part of whatever this criteria is, you don't get to play. That makes things very difficult. Now, obviously, you can tier things, you can gate things through advancement in the game, and there's all kinds of different strategies that are being kind of built out by people, and concepts are being tested. And this is a lot of trial and error because this is a new emerging market. But as long as we want to provide an opportunity to educate people on this space and migrate them and onboard them into this space, we need to make it as easy as possible for them. And if there's any talk of asset ownership, there's any talk of earning mechanics, these technologies that Web3 really allows to expand upon games, then we need to understand that setting these types of barriers is going to limit your audience. And at the end of the day, a successful game is a game that has people playing it. And if you're in any way trying to inhibit the ability to play the game, you're setting yourself up for failure, at least in our opinions. So, it's something that we have to keep in mind, and it definitely impacts how we can do that on the back end. When you're building a business, money is an important thing. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to provide the best product we can to every single person we possibly can. But this has to be funded. So we have to get creative in things. There's a whole lot that goes on with it. I mean, in terms of VC funding, looking at generating revenue, looking at how you can have users invest, to be able to actually engage in the earning mechanics. There's a lot of strategy that goes on with that. But there's a lot of options. You know what I mean? If you get creative and you have some experience in business, there's a lot of ways you can work around it. You just have to be reasonable too. And that's a great way to identify the right teams. You were talking about Kyle and Undead Blocks not too long ago about how they could have jacked the prices up so high. Well, yeah, you can, but have to question the people who do that. What is their intention and motive? We know very well that Kyle and Grant at Undead Blocks, they intend to build an amazing product and advance this space. And when you do that, you will make money. Money is a byproduct of achieving your goals. It shouldn't be your goal. Those that are here just strictly to make a bunch of money, well, that's not the entrepreneurial dream. That's the result of the entrepreneurial dream. That's when you do what you're supposed to do. You will be successful. It's inevitable. But if you strive for that, then there's no long-term success, in my opinion. So it's something we've battled with quite aggressively. But understanding ways that we can implement particular strategies and ways that we can kind of provide opportunity has definitely allowed us to grow in this space and allows us to understand how we can build a product that will be successful in the long term.
So much respect for the builders in this time, guys. Make sure to come to our space tomorrow because we're going to talk about Homie Wars and Devikins in one space. So it's going to be exciting because these are games that are giving us experiences right now. If you haven't heard of Devikins, you can download it now on your phone. Go on App Store or Play Store. It's free to play. It comes with a Dummykin, which is an NFT that gives not an NFT, a non-NFT character that gives you the whole experience of what the NFT can. And that's almost like a free ticket to a universe of the void of the Devikinian. So make sure to check it out. It's a Tamagotchi game. And much like these brands and these games that are coming out right now that are making a difference and giving us accessibility and a great experience right now to share with our family and friends, not just ourselves, Homie Wars could be played by anybody right now. Just go on the browser and go to homiewars.com and you can enter as guest. And when I tell you guys it's addicting because you come with you get to pick. Okay, first of all, I need you to tell the Homie Wars team that they need to have a female avatar guest because it's not inclusive. But
It's funny you say that. Chris has mentioned this already in the past.
but I saw that they had this like cute little mage looking one, wizard looking one. So maybe inclusive. Maybe he's a she, and I'm just assuming that he's a he. So, so that's gonna. I'm gonna give you guys a pass for that. I know you guys are building, but yeah, and you get to pick an avatar and you play it like Fall Guys. This free to play game also on PlayStation, free to download it at one point, and then you played with your friends. Diamond Hands, you got your diamond hand up. Share us your thoughts. What do you have in your diamond brain of yours?
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for interrupting. I actually just wanted to let you know my job is calling me, so I'm going to have to leave the space, but I appreciate you so much for having me, and everyone on here are legends. Check out Undead Blocks. Everybody, every single game mentioned, everyone on here follow each other because that's what it's all about, sharing the love. I'll catch you guys later, all right?
Let's go.
Later, Diamond Hands.
I was gonna say he's very, very active. He might win the T-shirt, but then I thought about him chilling with Kyle them in in Nashville. So maybe not Diamond Hands. Maybe someone that
Guys, I have to tell you
hasn't
something
been.
tragic, and I haven't got to tell
What
Kyle
happened?
yet.
Oh no! What
Uh-oh.
happened?
Yeah, it's
Oh
like tragic. So, oh gosh,
no!
and Mech's here and KG's here, and everyone's gonna know like how sad this is. So, when I came out of our Airbnb, my truck door was open, and yeah, it was tragic. And so I ended up losing several things that were in my front seat. And it must have
Oh man.
just happened because like nothing was missing.
Oh no. Did you get rug? Come back. Okay, wait.
That's terrible.
That's sad. Oh no. But I'm glad she's safe. Like, at least she's safe and
Yeah,
but
definitely.
that's sad. Like, they get more creative in how they open cars nowadays. It's
Oh yeah, they
crazy.
have the remote controls that they can just put on their phone.
What? Are you here,
I
Almond?
am. It keeps throwing me from the
Hi,
space. It's like
welcome
the third
back.
time it's done it.
So what happened?
So I have one of the Undead Blocks hoodies, which was like one of the 12 like hoodies, and from like playing the game, and my hoodie wasn't in there when I opened my door, so I was just like absolutely broken over it. And I don't think that it's replaceable, which is the worst part. I also lost one of my bags, and it had some of the things that I carry from every different event with me. Like it has like a couple of like my Lucky Charms in it. Like I know that sounds really ridiculous, but for me, like that's more important than anything else. And so yeah, I just lost quite a few things, and I don't know how to replace them yet. So I don't know. I'm frustrated. It's one of those days.
And this just happened just now?
No, this happened in Nashville when we were all like
Oh.
checking out of our Airbnbs. I like went out there, and I know Miggy walked me to my truck, and I didn't even think about it like until I didn't even really realize it until like I got home, and Miggy was like, "Dude, your door is like hanging open." And I was like, "Oh, I probably just forgot to shut it. Like no big deal." Well, that's not the case. So, yeah, sucks. Sucks, but it is what it is.
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
I just feel bad for whoever like took it because their karma is gonna be so jacked. Like
Yeah, I was just gonna
I'm
Bad
say.
not to
karma
be
coming
upset
their
about what
way.
I lost and feel sorry for the person that took it, because when you do
Yeah.
bad things to good people, like it's just it just makes your life that much harder. So also, what's up,
Yeah,
Mac?
and I'm sure,
What's up, Mac?
I'm
Hey,
sure
what's up, Alt
Kyle's
Mom?
gonna
I
give
wanted
you
to
a
say, yeah,
hug.
that day in Nashville, like I had to run out early in the morning. I couldn't even say goodbye to everybody. I got my times for the plane ticket mixed up, and I thought I was leaving at 11. Turned out my flight left at 6 in the morning, and I woke up, just made
Oh.
it to the airport. I was the last one on the plane, so I'm sorry about that story. Shit, if I would have saw the MFer, I would have beat the hell out of him with Kyle. But I'm sure we'll find a way to get you another Undead Blocks hoodie. And when you come down here to Miami, I might have some mech ones. I'm waiting for Jason to see if he's gonna bring them down for me from New York. So,
Oh
we'll
my
see what's up about
gosh.
that one.
Mech, you're amazing, guys. Listen, we had a great time. We had a really great time in Nashville. There was a lot of bonding that went on, and definitely got to spend a lot of time bonding with Mech, and just grateful to spend the time together. And you really get to like cement some things in your memory, and one of those is like when you can just literally just like let go and be around your friends, like when you can just really get out from behind the screen and have a good time and let your hair down and relax. Like one of the biggest problems with working in this space is that we don't do anything else. like we really don't do anything else ever. And so when you get together with like a bunch of your homies and you just get to let all of that energy out and just like breathe, right? Just breathe, listen to some music, dance, have a couple drinks, like have some fun, go on some adventures. Like that right there just solidifies this relationship that you get to carry forward through the rest of the time that you're building. And I was grateful to spend time with you, Mech. And yeah, they had a very hard time dragging me out of the bunk bed in the morning. Kyle eventually was like, "There's coffee and donuts. They're coming." Like we have to be checked out in 20 minutes. I'm like, no, I just need like 17 more minutes. I ended up pulling over on my way home, laying all the seats down in the back of my truck, and wrapping in my fur coat and going to sleep. I slept for like 3 hours on the side of the road at the rest area. It was a great time though, and good food and good laughter and good music. And if anybody is in the area, like the next time that we have an Undead Blocks event, you have to be there because it was absolutely epic. Like, it was epic. It was way too fast though. We need like a 4-day weekend or something because I can't do these like 2-day weekends. It was a sprint for sure. A sprint.
Oh yeah, no. Back to what you said. Yeah, letting loose with your friends. I mean, I remember half the night, something like that. Definitely was fun. The only thing that would have made it more fun is if I didn't remember the whole night. But what's up, KG? I remember I see you over there. You were definitely cool to meet, and hey, I see a few other listeners here that I saw as well. So love those events. I can't wait to go to more of them. The only thing I didn't like is how cold it was. You guys heard me complaining the whole damn time, but something else. Oh man, what you said about the food. Those tacos, holy shit, those were so fire. I want to like Uber Eats some.
Yeah. That's hilarious. The tacos were good. The steak was good the night before. Everything was good. The people were good. That coffee in the morning was the best. There's just something about being with all of your people. So, and I just wanted to thank all of you guys because it's really hard to be the only girl. Like, sometimes it's like challenging, but I'm a little bit bossy and I'm a little bit of a leader and I'm a little bit of a mother hen. So, thank you guys for putting up with all of my shit and for knowing that I can handle myself because I really appreciated that.
I just want to say, you know what? First of all, babe, I'm so sorry that you went through that and you lost your jacket. But I agree with you know what matters is you're safe, and that I'm sure they can get you another hoodie. And the charms, don't worry, energy can be transferred. It can never be created or destroyed. And whoever took it will never be able to benefit from it. The energy will come back to you. We just need another vessel. But I was just gonna say it's so important that you brought that up. For all the guys here, I'm a female creator and a female gamer like Alt Mom. And I always have instances where I'm the only girl and in like a group of men, and it's so important to feel safe. You know what I mean? It's so important to have people that
Actually, I think that I was the bodyguard. So,
right?
yeah.
Like, so it's
Everyone can attest to that. I was definitely I was the bodyguard. What do you think, Matt? Did I do okay?
I'm
Yeah, you did great. Actually, somewhat you would expect Kyle to be the bodyguard, but hey, I don't want to throw him under the bus. But Kyle had a little too much fun that night.
No, Kyle was very well behaved to finally be around all of his people. Can you imagine the amount of stress that it takes to literally put together an event? Because I know, to literally rally your community on an everyday basis, and then to finally get out of your house and just be like, oh, thank gosh, breath of fresh air. So yeah, Kyle had a lot of
killed
fun.
it. Like that whole event, you guys. I know you played a part in it too, Mom. You were like everybody up there except me. I mean, like I showed up, ate tacos, and talked shit, but you guys were the ones who really put it together.
It was good stuff. Anthony, stop putting your hand up. We're family, bruh.
Sorry, I forgot it was up. I just hammered away in DMs right now. It's madness.
He's Canadian. He's polite.
Absolutely, we are, eh?
Hey.
But I just want to say I have to run. I apologize. I love sticking around in these spaces, but I'm booked up throughout the day, so I've got to run for another space. But it's been an absolute pleasure. Sorry, appreciate everybody here. I mean, just so many people here. Let's be honest.
Just to hop in for a second, Anthony, we have a meeting. We don't have a space, or I don't know if you're double booked, man, but we got a meeting right now.
Do I have a meeting?
I am double booked. No,
Am I okay?
I have a space in 3 minutes. We had an OVO meeting, but they rescheduled for next week because we were double booked. And if there's another meeting, I won't be attending that one.
All right, let's go. Let's hop in DMs.
Okay, somebody hit me on like all angles if you don't see me where I'm supposed to be. Okay.
Hey, and before, I got to run too, but before I just got to want to jump in real quick. But you guys, as you two ladies here, you guys don't. You're thanking us, but really, from a guy's point of view, thank you guys for being cool, strong women in a space that they're really, it is dominated by men. But having cool women around makes it like I'm in another project where we have a wolf pack. It's called. That's where my name comes from.
Put that out there, like me, Croissant, and TQ, like us three women. Like I'm telling you, I feel like us three women are in more spaces together than any other. Like I want to find more women out here for sure, for sure. Sorry,
I should
Slay.
get you guys in contact with my friend Ziggy. She's in the first project that got me into the NFT space, and she actually, I tell her, like on a daily basis almost that, as a guy in this space, it's so refreshing to be around cool women because, like I said, all we ever do is talk amongst guys and whatever. We can all do that, but to get that other perspective, to be around, and to be able to to flow with you guys as well. It's more of a testament to how cool you are than it is to how cool the guys are. Because for us, it's whatever. We can hang. That's what we do all the time. But you guys being able to just be there and not make us feel like that we have to be something different or we can't be that same person that we are anyways. I mean, like I said, I think you guys got to give yourselves way more credit for how cool you actually are and being gamers, being fun, being in spaces. It is really a refreshing thing. So
It really matters that you said that, Slayer, because we need more empowered men like you that recognize that, and this is why I love gaming. Honestly, why I love gaming is because it has nothing to do with our gender. It has nothing to do with our gender. It has nothing to do with our race. Has nothing to do where we are, what we believe in, or anything like that. It's everything to do about the experience that we're sharing with one another. There's no there's no point of that's why I hate it when I see like people that attach even politics or hypersexualism with gaming. It's kind of like a cringe for me because I'm such a gamer where I'm just like, hey, let's just talk about the game. We don't
yeah,
need
like
to
what
talk
is sexual about killing zombies? Like
Oh
it's
man,
like they're
there's a lot going on in there. Let me tell you. If you want to ask Kyle, I'm sure he's got a
fetishes.
lot to
I
say
don't know
too.
about you, but me.
Man, that's so funny. But what I
But yeah, I
mean
mean,
is, yeah.
TQ and Altmom, you guys have me up here so much. I mean, I feel like I'm one of the girls too. So if anybody messes with you, just let me know and I'll go mess them up.
Let's go.
couldn't
Let's go.
agree
Nobody
more.
can mess with
Couldn't
us.
agree
You're gonna get
more.
teabagged by me
Hold
first.
on, who said that?
And
Who
then
said that?
That was me.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
I'm
Okay, so this
I'm
is
one of the
what
girls
that's what
right
I
now. We're
thought.
just
That's
up
what
here
I thought.
chilling.
And this is what Mac is like in real life. He's like, somebody messing with you? And I'm like, no, Mac, if they were, I would put them on their ass. And he's like, you just let me know. You just let me know if somebody messes with you. I'm like, Mac, dude, let me know if somebody messes with you. I got this. Like, just like just taking care of these guys, like, and just being there for them, and just like, being one of like all of us. Like we all danced. Oh my gosh, we had a great time. We had challenges to see like who could get a girl's number quicker. I don't know if you remember that, Mac, but I won.
I would win that. I think I would
Maybe
win
not, but
that.
all right, let's run that back in Miami when I'm actually wearing a watch.
Ooh. I'm getting super FOMO vibes, but I got this energy that you were talking about because at the same time, I went to an event here in Manila and we were in a space together. I think you guys had a glimpse of it as well. They were like, I love what Alt Mom said. We don't do anything else. So literally, how I am with you guys is how I am with them in real life. And then they're
This
just
is
like,
this TQ. It's crazy, isn't it? Just like you show up and it's just like being in a Twitter space, except you can like give each other a hug, which I'm super huggy. Like I just
I hug.
am.
Yeah, I hug
Oh my gosh,
everyone.
it's the worst. And other women, like, say there are like women that maybe aren't part of our community, but like come as like someone's partner or someone's wife, like they look at me and they don't get me. And I get judged a lot for being like as loving as I am. And it's not flirty. It's literally just like love. Like it is literally just like, oh my gosh, I'm so appreciative. Like, I'm so happy to be around my family. Like, and that's what it is. It's just like, oh my God, I'm so excited to fucking see you, like, in person. So
I'm
yeah,
sure
that can
the
be
same
mistaken a lot for
sentiment.
women. Like,
Yeah.
guys can be really excited, but women aren't really allowed because, we have to have etiquette. But I throw that shit out the
That's
window. I'm not
crazy,
trying to be
right?
anybody
That's
I'm not.
exactly, yeah, that's super crazy because it kind of restricts us to feel the freedom that we're supposed to, you know? And in a lot of ways, that's definitely why I think I'm your friend. We resonate with the same frequencies in saying, hey, I'm not gonna be boxed up. I'm a creator of my reality and this is who I am. And it's just amazing to see friends that appreciate that, right? Because when I saw these people that I've been talking to in the metaverse and they saw me in real life, it was crazy. Mom, let me tell you, the end of the night is two grown men crying, saying that I activated one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because we're
exactly.
animators, right?
Exactly. And so we meet people from different phases of their lives. And then we gone through different stages apart, but then we're here together because we need each other in this specific time to kind of help us in our journey together in the metaverse. And in a way it's not like real life, but so much more than that because we don't have our physical aspects to kind of hold us back. We're showing each other our raw, true forms and our authentic selves. So now when we see each other in physical form, we're just like, it's so natural because we got to build the emotional first before the spiritual first before the physical, which is what the metaverse
1,000%,
represents to me.
1,000%. I think I'm even more in real life than I am like on Twitter. I'm even more animated. I don't know.
100%.
Diamond Hands could probably
That is
speak to that. And
100% true, man. The behind the scenes conversations, it's a lot of spiritualism and crypto, but it gets crazy.
Right? And
it
then
gets
all of a
crazy.
sudden we're like on the same frequency with each other, and that's why we get this like aha moment at the end of like, oh, that's why I'm here in the metaverse. That's why I'm building it right now with these people because they kind of have the same thoughts as I do. I always thought that I
What
was
do we
like,
gotta
Yeah.
do to get you over here, TQ?
I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm getting married soon with the story of my fiance, and yeah, after we do get married, heading there. That's my future somewhere there because he's from there and he has work there. So I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
oh yeah, because you're gonna be like 5 hours from me. Yes, yes, yes. I can't wait.
I'm
I
so
can't wait.
excited. I'm so excited for Altera. I want to go to Utah, see Michael, them, Miggy, them there. And I want to join Kyle and you guys and on Ned Blocks. I'm super hyped about it.
Yeah,
Crazy,
it's
crazy
wild.
hype.
It's gonna be super dope. Diamond Hands, were you able to? Are you guys coming to Miami? Are you coming to Miami? Are you gonna come down and stream? Are you making it?
So I know that Undead Blocks isn't having a legit competition, but I will be down there for at least a day or two and get as much content as I can, probably on one of the days of the events going on. But I'm trying. I'm definitely going to be there for a day.
Dope, super dope. It'll be good to see you in person again. And if you need me to pick you up, did I dream that I drove you somewhere in my truck, or did you actually ride in my truck with me?
No, you actually drove around. We tried to park in this illegal ass spot, and then they told us we couldn't. And then a spot across the street opened up, so I drove it there.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because I was like, I was trying to put the pieces together from
Yeah,
there,
remember they were
and I
having
was
a
like,
wedding reception?
oh yeah. Okay, now I remember. I was like, I didn't know if I dreamed it or if it like actually
Yeah, we
happened.
were looking for your car for a little bit, and then we found it, and then we drove back to the Airbnb where Undead Blocks was at.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember. KG, don't you laugh at me. Don't you laugh. I mean, come on, I parked in like 75 different places and yeah. My phone turned into a brick on the way there, guys. And I knew that they were at this restaurant, but I didn't know anything about it. And I was like on the highway and I didn't have GPS. Like I was literally like flying blind, had a musician and a tourist and a cop, like 3 different people helped get me to this restaurant and showed up like 15 minutes late, but it was all good. I made it. No worries. No fear. I can tackle any city. Swear.
And with that, knowing that Altmom made it in safety, it's all we want to know. And it's all that's important that we are here together and we're sharing at the same time. It's a crazy moment. And there's no such thing as time in the metaverse. So that means, guys, we have reached 2 hours in this space. And yeah, 2 hours is not enough. We say it every time. I'm going to wrap this space up in a bit. There's going to be one winner of Undead Blocks t-shirt from the listeners. And I'm seeing one that I've seen from the minute we started to now that they've been listening to my cringy voice and everybody's legendary voice. So make sure to give them a follow and check out the pinned tweets on top. And we're going to do some more alpha drops on the game soon because this is not the only space we have for Undead Blocks. Tomorrow, we have Anthony Mr. Dip again from Homie Wars with Croissant. Altmom Hope is going to be there. Mech.com is always welcome, of course, to share the space. And we're going to be giving away NFT and an embryo from Devikin's game. So tomorrow, Devikin's and Homie Wars. So we've had months of our weekly NFT gaming spaces, so much support from the community. And I have so much respect for all the builders in this kind of market, for all the speakers that I have here right now. Mech.com, Altmom, Slay Roof, Diamond Hands, Jinkyring, KG, Cult Crypto, Delirium, Takero, Light Cloud, Building, Shamgar, TTV, Captain, Atari Man.
Atari Man. Yeah.
There you go. Angel, Nat3D, Loopring.eth. First time I saw you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Snow Cream 1 and Splend Coder. Splend Coder. See, I'm getting used to calling your names, but thanks for joining us and thanks for sharing the space right now with us. Every week is something crazy. So make sure to retweet this space. It's recorded so that we can all share it with our friends and maybe QT your favorite parts to win a surprise NFT giveaway aside from the t-shirt that we're giving away. So we got a few minutes before we wrap things up. I'm sorry guys, but I need to rest because I have a 5 a.m. kind of syncing to do with my spirit guides and I need to be there with a little bit of energy.
Totally get it. Totally
Right?
get it.
Let's get
Yeah.
it. So we got some manifesting to do and a lot of energy to manipulate. So I'm sharing the stage with Diamond Hands. Before we clear it up, I want to ask him, what do you think Undead Blocks is gonna be in like a year from now? And how do you think Undead Blocks is leading the space as of the moment?
Thank you so much for having me. I'll be honest with you, to keep it short and simple and powerful, within a year, Undead Blocks is going to be on track to being like how Black Ops Zombies came along, but I don't want to compare them too much because Undead Blocks is its own thing. It's going to be creating its own ecosystem. It's going to be crazy as a game. There's more gaming like multiplayer parts, King of the Hill parts. There's going to be Endless Waves, the MP5 Massacre we already have, the AKM. Just so much to come that's about to be its own thing and kill the space within a year. I think that within a year, if the markets go back up, everyone's going to be looking at the space. And even if it doesn't, every OG will be looking at Undead Blocks regardless. And what was the second thing you asked? I'm so sorry.
How do you think Undead Blocks is already leading the space present moment?
Oh man, I tell this to everyone that I tell Undead Blocks about. I think that they are the #1 AAA shooting FPS game, and especially the #1 zombie game out here on the blockchain. Hands down, no question about it.
Yeah, I agree. Hands down, no question about it. And you guys could see this with the video drop I have on my YouTube. Check it out. I did a drop on Undead Blocks. And I did a couple of video drops on Twitter of me playing the game. I think about this every time I play with my friends. I mean, I hang out with my friends and I'm just like, make them play Undead Blocks. They'll totally get it. They'll totally get what we're trying to do here because it's just so easy and we need more games like this, guys. As gamers, this is what we deserve. Same standard or more. Games that are growing, kind of giving us more opportunities to connect the dots. I don't want bubbles around the metaverse. I want us to pop all these little tiny bubbles that people are talking about and kind of like come together as gamers and be like, hey, we need to come to an understanding on what kind of standards we we are presenting for other people, and we need to nurture the projects that are giving us this kind of quality. Undead Blocks, I agree with Diamond Hands, is the best, hands down, zombie NFT game out here right now. And, I'm so excited to see the future. I was telling Kyle that I have any ideas of them maybe putting in custom one out of one work from NFT artists, maybe a map of like a gallery, and then we can put like art from other artists in the NFT scene, and that's kind of like bridging different genres of the NFT branches. We can have artists that are inspired by making soundtracks for Undead Blocks. The future is like crazy, like infinite opportunities. And so I want to go to Slay Roof. What are your thoughts in Undead Blocks, and what do you think are they offering right now that other games are not?
Personally, I think that what Undead Blocks is doing is they're actually giving people something to see and do. So, I mean, that's kind of my biggest thing that I find in this space is there's a lot of people making games, but a lot of them are not promoting their own game. And so I think that, even you see this past weekend where they had the in-person event in Nashville, it was so inviting that people like Diamond Hands flew in to the event. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what the biggest thing that a lot of other games are, and the projects in general, I think are lacking is that, like, if you believe in your project, then the next thing you've got to do is you've got to be the ones out there promoting the project. And I think that every day, I mean, you look at Kyle and Grant's schedule of Twitter Spaces and AMAs and Discords and YouTubes and whatever they're up to every day. It's actually insane. Some days they do 2-3 events each a day, and I think that's what really keeps me coming back. Like, we do the daily. We're actually listening to you and hosting this Twitter Space on the Undead Blocks official space as well, and yeah, just being here and being able to communicate and connect with people from all over is so great. So I think that's what I would say that they're doing the best at.
Wise words, very wise words shared by Slayer Wolf. Guys, make sure to give him a follow. OG in the Undead Box space. And yeah, I think the brands that they're partnering with and collaborating is a testament to the kind of bar they're setting for all the other games. So we all know December 1, right? They're gonna drop us the Undead Blocks GameStop Mint, which is crazy because he even mentioned like a $13 entry point. And that's just crazy. Really, really
Yeah,
crazy because
0.01 ETH is the lowest price pack for that.
that's crazy. That's just
Yeah.
crazy because that's an opportunity for anybody to get in one of the best projects, in my opinion, out there, and that's offering not just utility, because that's just so old school now. They're not just offering utility; they're offering a whole experience. They're offering a solid, one of the best communities that you'll ever get into in this space. They're offering gamers that are real gamers, just passionate about the games that they're playing. They just don't want to play sucky games. They want to play good games. And surrounding yourself with people that have that kind of caliber for the games that we play is very important for this space, because we're not going to settle for anything less than this. So thank you so much for sharing that, Slayer Wolf and Diamond Hands. I'd love for you guys to keep joining our space every week. We, good friends with Kyle and Grant, so super excited to see what they're gonna come up with next. Odd Mom, last words for the listeners. Maybe what is your favorite thing about the Undead Blocks team? I know my favorite is how humble they are and how they always share other projects, not just them. They're always here. And whenever I talk to Kyle, and I'm just like, "So Kyle, what do you want for the space?" And he's just like, "Invite every game you can, invite invite everyone." And then when I'm having a bad day about I'm not gonna mention this game, but I'm having a bad day about this game community or something bad happens, just like, so screw them. Like Undead Blocks This community is always here for you, and he's always supportive, and he's always so humble, and that's what I love about the team. What's your favorite thing about the team? I know you had a chance to get to know them personally and kind of spend more time with them behind the scenes.
I would definitely say that it's a no bullshit attitude. There is no wavering from the goal. There is nothing that is going to distract from the build. There is nothing that is going to tip the plan at all. Like when you think about people that have something set in their sight and they are going after it and there's nothing stopping them. I have met thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in here, 84 days at convention so far this year, and I can honestly say you couldn't put 1,000 brick walls in their path that they couldn't bust through. So like, I mean, it takes some serious grit to be able to say, this is how I want to do this. This is how I want to build this. This is what it's going to look like, and achieve and slay every single one of those goals. So Undead Blocks is definitely busting through any barrier that gets in their way. And I just can't see anything but the moon for them.
Same. And this is why I admire them so much, and they motivate me. You know, they motivate me to push this space when other games come to me and be like, TQ, can you advise us here and there? And I'm just like, watch what the Undead Blocks team are doing. They're just busy
Same.
building. Building and there's no stopping. There's just no stopping. I love what you said. And because builders are gonna build, regardless of what market. You know, it's just there's some people that you're gonna meet in the metaverse that share this kind of passion. And you know, it's so funny that you brought that up because last week when we were in the event, I was doing a space in the hotel and people were like, she's doing a space like right here, like she's doing a space in the room, and I was like, yep. You ain't gonna stop me. This is for the community. I'm not gonna stop. It's what I do, you know. And the real life is cool, but there's a lot of people in the metaverse wanting to share these moments with us, you know. And these people are from the other parts of the world, and it'll be cool to kind of not just influence one tonight, but influence many, and kind of like connect with more than 10, 100. And that night there was like 180 people that tuned in. So I was so happy. And yeah, you're just going to meet these people in the metaverse, people that have unshakable ethos. They're here for a purpose, and they're here not for anything else, because life is already hard as it is, guys. They come here and they're here to wreck. They're here to make paths for other people that are too afraid to do for themselves. They're here to tread the metaverse in ways that other people think is not possible. There's more ways to make it in a space than one. And together we can explore how many ways we can. Together we can discover these things. And I want to say hi to all the new listeners. T Hype, thanks for joining. And I see Diamond hands up. I'll give the stage to you, my guy. Where is yours?
I'll be super quick. I just got some alpha from the Twitch Undead Blocks ZNN news stream. I'm sure they were going to announce this, but they already announced it on Twitch, so I'm sure it's safe for me to say. But I was talking about some music, possibly in the game, and they just said that we're already having a collab to bring music into Undead Blocks, similar to how you can change the radio station in the GTA car. Wow.
What?
Simply wow.
Yo, Aho, I'm so addicted to the radio of GTA 5. No way.
It is super addictive, right? You just want to change to your favorite station.
Man, I would spend hours in GTA 5 and stay in the radio stations. Well, because it's like a part of my life for a while because of the long distance relationship. We would play like GTA for hours together.
Oh, that's
And
super cool.
yeah, I had like a long distance relationship with my fiance when he was in America, and it lasted for like 6 years. So for
Wow.
6 years, we were playing COD together playing GTA together, playing Monster Hunter. We were playing all the games that you can
So
think of.
you'll last forever if you can do that. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, it's because we kind of like are best friends, and soulmates. We just kind of realized that we were born in opposite sides of the world in this lifetime. So we kind of just need to work on that for this lifetime, and
The
maybe
world
never.
is small. Like everybody thinks the world is so big, guys. Now that we have
Yeah,
blockchain, like the world is so small.
for
I'm just
real,
saying, I love it. I love
for
it.
real,
TQ, I
100%.
am gonna jump out though. I've got another space I gotta jump to, but I love you guys, and I will see you all soon. D Hype, how are you? I hope you're amazing. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and to everyone in here, just know like you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to out here, but you got to put the work in. Like, put the work in. It's not there's no stopping you if you put in the work. Like it's here. It's right here for you. So, KG,
Couldn't agree
shout out
more.
to you. Building time. James, I see you in the house. All love, people. I will talk to all of you soon. Peace out, Max, Slaywolf,
See ya.
Diamond Hands,
Bye,
everyone.
out,
Yeah, yeah,
Mom.
yeah.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks for sharing your experience with Undead Blocks.
Bye.
It's been a crazy 2 hours, 30 minutes, guys. But I want to say hi to T Hype and James for popping in, and Voltura, Angel. Thanks for listening in. But we are closing this space in a few minutes, and just giving the stage for Mech and maybe some other speakers to say their last words. But yeah, this has been an amazing space. It is recorded, so you guys could re-listen to it and know all the alpha drops. We now know that there's gonna be music and not that box, and it's gonna be like radio. I'm sorry if I hurt your eardrum right there, but it's gonna be radio stations. That's awesome. That's awesome because we're all different gamers. We're all different people. We all like different genres, and we now know that Undead Blocks is thinking about this. We know that their thought process is giving that variety for the gamers. They are spoiling us, and I love it. I love it, guys, because other games right now don't even think about that. They think about how to get the next bucks, if you know what I mean. So make sure to retweet this space because that's how you're gonna win a T-shirt from Undead Blocks. It's gonna be shipped to you whatever size you are, you want, you need, or you want to give it to someone else. That's cool too. It's color black and it's really rare. I wish I have it, but I don't. But I will save up for the tie-dye. Make sure to check out their website, pin tweets on top, and make sure to follow our amazing speakers. Also check out D Hype, Evil, Vad, and his baddie NFTs, and also Ugly Bunny. Yeah, don't forget. I want to say hi to KG and everybody else in the space. We're wrapping things up. We're just going to give the stage to Mac.com. What are your last thoughts about Underblocks and last words for the community? And as somebody that's also building a game, how is Undead Blocks helping you in your journey with Mac.com?
Oh shit! I mean, everybody knows that I'm a fan of Kyle at Undead Blocks. He's helping me because whenever something bad happens in the day, that's the MFer I call to talk shit to. So, it's me and Kyle like an hour a day. We're on the phone with each other, like, oh, this MFer did this, and I'm like, yeah, that happened to me yesterday. This MFer did this today, and he's like, damn, that happened to me the day before. So, it's always good to have people like that in the space that you can call and talk to when shit goes down. And also, when something goes right, he tells me, he's like, hey, like we just tried this in Discord. It's going really good. Community seems to like it. And, same thing with me over here. I mean, anybody who's been following us, that we've actually blown the hell up over the past few weeks. So, I'm trying to talk to Kyle and be like, hey, like, this is what we did. Try to run it up in Discord, get the community back into it. And, whenever you got something hyped up, there's certain things that you want to do. Like you want to do certain types of marketing, certain types of advertising, hit certain Twitter spaces, talk to the community a certain way. And, we spitball ideas off of each other all the time. And it's great to have that. Plus, what they're doing. I mean, it's an awesome game. I love Call of Duty Zombies. And this is like a Web3 version, but better because it's got Web3 in it. So definitely a fan of that and what they're doing. And, he's the same thing like that with me. Like not many people out there can actually build a game. And the fact that we're giving that to the players, giving you the option to, not only design it how you want it, but build a game how you like it. I mean, one of the main complaints I hear out there from people why they don't like Web3 gaming is, I mean, damn, everything sucks. I'm not even trying to sugarcoat it. There's so much bullshit out there that when you see something like Undead Blocks, when you see something from some of your other speakers up here who actually have something cool, I mean, you know, that's something that you pay extra attention to. So, you know, being up here
Absolutely.
talking to different people, different games, different projects. I mean, I like to surround myself with individuals who are doing big things just like we are over here. So Kyle's definitely in that group. I mean, KG, I know you're listening. You're in that group too. You're a smart MFer who knows stuff about Web too. So they've got a stacked team over there. Undead Blocks is doing big things just like a lot of these other solid companies. So that's why I definitely support him and everything he does. I mean, they're coming down to Miami and we're probably going to tag team a few spaces together, throw the phone back and forth while we're on the balcony looking at the ocean. So looking forward to things like that. And I mean, yeah, everybody, we're doing a free mint over here at mech.com. If you like gaming, I'm not saying web anything. If you like playing video games on your phone, having fun, come over here and check out what we're doing, because we're doing all of that. Plus we're bringing some really cool Web3 technology into it. Not even going to say anything. Don't quote me on this, but we love what Reddit did. I mean, they brought everybody into the space. They brought millions of people into it, and we're looking at how they did it. We've got Polygon as one of our VC investors. How they did it, I mean, marketing something to mech.com. That's a strategy that we've been talking about having already said on the spaces. I mean, having all of these hyper casual games, a bunch of games that are fun, do some sort of marketing, bring everybody to mech.com, and a month later you're like, boom, Web2 gamers. I mean, all you got to do is this, and that, follow the steps, and you got a digital collectible. You've been actually earning a little bit this whole time. So, you know, we may do something like that and just shock everybody, give out a bunch of money just like Undead Blocks is doing without people even knowing that they earned it. So stay tuned for that. Definitely support UTQ. Anytime you're going to do a spaces, as long as I don't have another one I'm already committed to, just let me know and I'll come down. If you want to plan one, definitely open to that. I've got a whole team organizing them. I'll throw you in a few group chats and we'll get a couple set up, give away some NFTs if you want to do that to your community. And oh shit, I just needed to take a breath, guys. Oh my God, I almost suffocated myself. But you know, thanks for having me. Love everybody here. Love Web3, and we're going to the moon. But never mind, not the moon. We're going to Mars. We're going to jump on the spaceship with Elon and hitch a ride.
Just keep on flying.
Beyond the moon we go. Mech.com has been to, I think, 5 of my different spaces already, if not more. He's always such a big burst of energy, and building Mech.com has been one of my favorite things to, you know, kind of like dive into in this big rabbit hole of NFT gaming. There's this amazing collection of different mechs that you can control apparently, and have different weapons attached to them. It's AI generated. There's so much to think about mech.com and so much to offer that I actually made a few spaces with them, and I think it's not going to be the last. There's going to be more. There's going to be more spaces with mech.com because that's what they want to do. You know, my DMs consist of game developers messaging me about when's our next space, when's our next giveaway, when's our next meeting, when are you free? Because we got some major alpha to tell you, TQ. We got some major opportunity for you. And I'm so down for it because I got gamers on the other end of the DMs asking me, what games can I play? What games are down right now and active and doing building and getting into it so I can work with them. And you know, I see both sides of the coin. And in a way it's almost like a full circle moment for me because I know that time is the only thing that's kind of like getting in between the wants and the needs of the gamers as in terms of what the games are building right now, and all of them are like building what the gamers are asking for. So like multiplayer, right? No, we're building it already. Oh my God, gamers just need to wait a little bit. But we're so spoiled in this in the metaverse space. We want it right now. We're always so spoiled in getting it right now and getting results super fast. And we forget how hard it is to create games like this, guys. And this is why the credit needs to be given to Kyle and Grant 100%, and the team, because not only have they successfully created an experience that gives us a relevancy of COD Zombies, something that's part of our routines in our daily life as a gamer, but they also are very inclusive. I actually met them in a space, and Grant was like the first person I met when he was like talking about creators, and then I came up for some reason. I came up as a speaker, and I told them about the feeding drives that I do, that I give like 50 to 80% of my profits that I get from the metaverse and give it to my communities here in the Philippines, feeding drives, relief good operations, and school supplies. And then Grant was just like, TQ, you're special and we want to work with you. You know, it's like you're not like everyone else, so we want to work with you, want to support you. How can we collab and partner? You know, and how can we work together? And I'm just like blown away with that, because they didn't need to do that. They didn't, they could have gone to one of the hundreds of thousands of followers out there, but because they had empathy within their hearts, they connected to the philanthropy work that I was doing in the Philippines, and they kind of like thought that's deserving of their, of their friendship and their connections, and which really helped me as a creator in this space, representing a game that gives the right opportunities for people, not just rug games. It's so hard to recommend anything to our friends and family in this very volatile space. You don't know who to trust, right? But uh, when we go into these spaces, you kind of just hear my voice and hear the frequency of my voice and hear the frequency of the builders and the developers. And from there, you kind of get a feeling of, that instinct, kind of which brands can I invest my time in? And hey, this one is making interesting points. I want to listen some more. I want to support this creator, and this is why I so appreciate you guys here for staying with us. It's almost 3 hours in a space, and it's always like this every week. It's always fun. We're giving away a shirt from Undead Blocks. Before we do, I want to say hi to my good friend Hype, the Hype Evil Bad from Baddie NFTs, and representing Ugly Bunny Collection as well. D Hype, how you doing? And what are you building right now? And how do you feel about Undead Blocks? I'm sure you played it already. Have you played it? Are you good at the game? I'm not I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have played it, and I'm super good at it. I'm the number one ranked player in the Dugaverse, in the Hyperverse. There's only one person in the Hyperverse, it's me, so I'm rated number one. But I challenge Kyle and everyone here, Mike and whoever's in the room, to come at me in Undead Blocks, because I will headshot you in like 2 seconds. Zombies have no chance against me. I haven't gotten a secret in the basement yet in Undead Blocks, but that's fine, because I've only played like twice. But I'm still killing like thousands of zombies, and the game's fun. But you know what I'm super pumped about? 2 things right now. I'm super pumped about Mech.com. If you haven't been on a website before, go to their website maybe, check it out. Maybe go in their Discord like I did. Mech, why is your Discord full of like 70,000 people? Why? You don't have to answer that. Also, Altera. Did you guys talk about Altera yet? Just mentioning it.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about Altera, like the whole space.
Yeah, I actually like Altera, and let me jump in there and tell you why our Discord's popping. It's a secret. I wasn't supposed to tell anybody, but I just said it on my the Mech Twitter Spaces that I hosted, and I decided that I'm going to run for president and put in some good crypto regulations. And, those 70,000 people, they're just behind me. They like what I'm doing. They like what I'm about. They like that I'm going to fix the country and put in some good crypto regulations and make sure that all of our bags get pumped to Mars along with us.
So this got serious
He's
in here,
he's
okay?
dead serious.
Regulators and stuff, mount up. Regulators mount up. Mount up, all right?
Dead
Okay,
ass. Let's
so
go. Let's go.
You've got a bazillion trillion people in your Discord. You might have the record for most people ever in the Discord. Did Discord DM you and say, guys, our servers are like breaking right now. The circuits are cracking. Okay, so your whatever you're doing with Mech is cool, and also there's lots of cool things about it that I'm sure we talked about. And yeah, I'm traveling right now for Thanksgiving. I'm going back to Denver from my parents' house, so it's kind of hard for me to jump into spaces. But like, did anybody talk about how cool Altera is and how I'm gonna be in the trailers and I'm gonna like destroy people with my evil badness?
I think I'm gonna be there as an elf going against your evil badness.
you and Altmom will probably be like, you'll be an elf and she'll be a sorcerer. And but the thing is, guys, Doug Hype is good and Evil Bad is double bad. So you don't know what you're gonna get. You could get Doug Hype, who's just a straight shooter and super warm and hugs you and stuff, or you could get Evil Bad and you're not really sure. Is he a badass? Is he up to Evil Bad? Is he up to good? You just don't know. It could be anything. What are his actual intentions? Are his actual intentions evil or good? Do you know? Do you have perspective? Have you talked to him? Have you been in his secret lair in the Rocky Mountains? So if you haven't been, if you're not part of the Evil Bad Empire, you wouldn't know. I feel like the Evil Bad Empire needs to also extend maybe into Mech Land and other places too, because we need more badasses all over the place. And the fact that you're not only providing a cool game with a free mint, but gonna be in Miami rocking and rolling with us. I don't know if you know this, but I'm gonna be like doing all kinds of stuff, like speaking and like helping host like V-Friends events and stuff. So anyways, I'm just warning you right now, I'm also gonna be like live tweeting that stuff. It's gonna get freaking crazy, okay? Like, and I under promise over deliver. When I say it's gonna get crazy, I'm like, you're gonna be all over the Twitter sphere and people are going to know about what you're up to in every nook and cranny of the world. People are going to be at the World Cup and be like, what is the deal with Mech in this Discord? They're like, forget about England versus USA. I need to get in this Discord, bro. They're going to be on Twitter. They're going to be like...
that's what happened. I mean, we went from 20,000 to over 70. Like, we're actually about to push over 75 over the weekend. And the crazy thing is, I mean, so many people are asking us, yeah, I mean, we can buy a bunch of bots too. And shit, guys, I mean, shit, I could buy 500,000 bots for $20. I got the hookup, but that's not what we did. Like, I'm going into the settings. Under 20% are unverified. And, you know, when you look at the stats, that's what you need to look at, because it's so easy to get people in the Discord. But when you have people in there that are actually reacting and they're leveling up and they're talking, I mean, that's the crazy part. Like, to be honest, I didn't even believe it. Like, I'm Mr. Discord. Yeah, I'm Mr. 10X, but I'm in every single Discord. I know the ins and outs, and I'm Discord famous. Like, you ask a lot of people, and, like, I'm known in Discord. But this thing right here, like, to be honest, it shocked me. Like, I'm shocked by this, and I don't get surprised easily. Like, I live in Miami. I've been through it all, but I've never seen anything like this. And the awesome part is, like, since I'm in here all the time doing the spaces, I'm the one getting congratulations from my bosses and shit. So, you know, the stars aligned, everything happened to work out, and we just really did blow up. I mean, the free mint, obviously, that had a lot to do with it, but there's a lot of other companies, a lot of other projects doing free mints too, and some of those don't even mint out. Like, it's crazy. And, you know, it's because of what we're doing, what we're building. Part of it is me. Like, I go on the spaces, I talk to everybody, and I actually talk to people. It's not just coming out here shilling, doing an AMA, trying to dodge all these questions. Like, I get in here, I like to talk about other games, I like to talk to other people, I support other projects, I support other content creators, and, like, I'm all Web3. So that's a big part of it. Like, when you believe in something, when you're about something and other people feel they can rally behind it, I mean, they support you too. Just like I support TQ and you, D Hype or Dr. Hype? No, Hype TV VIP. My bad. I butchered your name. I'm sorry. I'll get it right eventually. Make you a T-shirt or something. But, you know, yeah, like that's pretty much what it is. When you're doing something right, building something solid, and just have the drive for it, this is what happens. So anybody out there, take note. If you believe in it, go as hard as you can, and eventually this is what's going to happen.
Look, we've been hanging out. Let's go, TQ. Me and Mac, we've been hanging out in spaces from back in the day. You've been in baller spaces and all kinds of spaces that we do. Okay, so this is OG status, and like, it's just right now I decided, with all my evil bad powers, that the mech scene is the hot fucking place to be. Okay, I even swore in a recorded space, so write that down in your notes. I'm super serious, and I think the comment you just made about Reddit and how we're onboarding people in different ways with Web3 is what I've been about this week. I've been literally in the Reddit talk and all these other places talking to everyone, seeing what's the deal, buying Reddit NFTs and stuff, seeing like what is the magic to get people to come into Web3 that haven't yet. And it's really a big deal. It really, really is. So you just like drop down some alpha into your brain that I can see, so I can see how intelligent and how you can think on your feet, which a lot of people in this business don't do. A lot of people don't think on their feet and understand what's in front of them. They can't see the playing field or read the room. They're just copying what everyone else does, and they're just a bunch of lemmings and sheep, you know, maybe putting like, they might change their name to be like everyone else's name or whatever, and they have no idea why. Like, we have to have leadership in a community that has vision and the ability to see what's going on and to help people out that way. So, you're in trouble now because I'm getting spicy in the Discord right now. Here we go. It's a lot of fun. So I'm driving back to Denver right now. I don't know how much good service I'm going to have, but I literally stopped on the side of the road to hang out with you guys. Cold Crypto is here in the house. Look at this.
Yeah, we love you so much. Thanks for joining. And yeah, I share the same passion with Mac.com, guys. I've been trying to hype up Mac.com for a while now. And I want to know, what do you guys have? I see that in your roadmap, you guys are done with the NFT marketplace on Q4 2022. Now we're going at 2023, or at least the last part of Q4. Are you gonna drop some mini games, or are you gonna drop some battle arenas on us? What's the deal here, Mr.
All
Tenant?
right. Well. I'll give you a little bit of alpha that just came out in the Twitter Spaces earlier. I might have said it. I don't know, but I'm just going to go ahead and repeat it. And if I did, I'll have something else for you in the DMs. I'll hook you up no matter what, TQ. So, you know, at MEC, what we're doing, like, the main thing that we've been working on is these first few series of mini games. The mini games are basically what you can do with your land. Like, you're going to be able to make a game, the whole same interactive experience that you would see in Roblox, like something that you can actually build and have fun, design yourself. But it's not going to be all pixelated and those other things. I know a lot of kids play that. We're not a under 18 game. Like, these are digital collectibles. You can make money. Like, this is for adults. This is for gamers. But, you know, like, 18 plus guys, you can't make money if you're 12. If you want to be grown and build something, build a game, you've got to come over here and be 18. But, you know, that's pretty much what it is. The first few series of mini games. One of them is like Candy Crush, but a lot MF and better, because we've got mechs and there's a twist to it. We'll talk about that some other time. We'll have a big Spaces and I'll come talk about the actual games. But, you know, there's something like Candy Crush. There's a MOBA game where it's going to be 5 people in a battle arena, fight it out with machine guns until there's one left, and then you get a bunch of the ore. And then the other one that just got announced, we're going to have a capture the flag type game, which I'm so hyped about. Like, that's something that I remember from seeing Call of Duty with teams and stuff like that. So,
that's awesome. How's that gonna happen? Is there gonna be like,
oh man,
weapons?
I don't know. You should see, like, they just announced it, and I'm over here in the team chat, like, blowing everybody up, like, yo, why are you guys ignoring me? I got stuff to do. Like, tell me what's going on. But, you know, there's a few other games that they're working on too. The first 3 we're putting out these 3 this year, guys. That's what these free NFTs are. You get one of these, you get to play the game. But then, you know, we're also gonna have, oh man, I don't even know if I can repeat it. I hope I can. But Trey came in and said we might have another land sale. So that's what you need to build a game. That's what everybody's been asking us about. Even, it's crazy. We've sold a lot of NFTs before. And even before, like, we have more interest in those now. And people are asking when we're going to do another mech sale. And, you know, we don't want to do that. We're giving away 10,000 for free. So, you know, the next thing after that is the land, because we've already sold a lot of them, almost 1,000 plots, I think 900, 3 different cities. And, you know, ever since we did that, actually started to put some videos out showing people the kind of games you can make. Everybody's kicking themselves in the ass like, oh my God, I wish I would have bought some before. But, you know, that's the whole thing. Like, we're gearing up to really blow this thing up. 10,000 free NFTs don't come cheap. They come cheap for you guys. They don't come cheap for us. we've been doing a lot when it comes to marketing. I mean, a lot of work goes into these things behind the scenes that a lot of the people don't know about because, you know, like, why are we going to bore you with the semantics? Like, we're giving you free NFTs. We're building some games. Come join the community and have fun. That's what we're all about. All the boring stuff, let the guys who get
do have to shorten that one up for everybody. I do apologize. Hey, I know he's telling us some good stuff. You guys are still listening. Do stay in there to try to get your giveaway. I do have to end the stream as I have stuff to finish up yet today, guys. We didn't even get to cover anything. It was a nice, very, very, very long Twitter space. I actually have to go get ready for my own Twitter space, which is what I need to go ready for. On the way out, we will say thank you guys for watching Zombie Network News. It is powered by FlyingPhoenixPCs.com. Do go to FlyingPhoenixPCs.com to get your custom-built PC gaming rig. Use the code ZNNUB at checkout for some savings. They even have pre-built PCs that start at just about $700. Support Zombie Network News and our sponsor, FlyingPhoenixPCs.com, on your next PC using the coupon code, again, ZNNUB. You guys have anything to close out with? You guys were actually in the space talking a little bit, so. You're both on mute. On your end. Yeah, see? So, because they jumped in the spaces, they messed up their mics for this, but that's okay. We'll have you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good stream, guys. Thanks for watching, and, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.